Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Gundam Gunpla Grunts. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having a good weekend. It is Pride Month. Everyone's celebrating. Today,
yeah, gay fluffs.
Today we have wonderful cast members coming back, and we're here to talk about all things Gundam Gunpla and of course Grunts. We have Icy.
Hi.
We have Kai.
Hey, what's up?
We got Locust Labs.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Yeah, okay. Whatever that means. We have Mechwolf Unit.
I'm here and I'm confused now.
Yeah, and we have the Fluffmeister V. And as always, makes the wonderful grunt entrance of the Daka Daka.
It's always going to be the Daka Daka.
There we go.
I might be too old for this shit, but I'm never too old for lots of fucking firepower.
There you go. There you go. How's everyone doing today?
I'm good.
I'm old.
I'm pretty good. I got a good night's sleep, so that's good.
Well, you guys actually got a good night's sleep? Jealous.
Couldn't be me.
Sweet.
I've been getting great sleep since Scorpius over here.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, everyone, we have a couple things to talk about today on the agenda. Today, we're gonna kind of discuss, I want to say, like, new releases, but they're kind of, like, already, we just have, a lot of them are just gonna be new images of stuff that we've already seen, but that's coming out. A couple things that are kind of brand new, we'll go and talk about today. Then we have, of course, our community builds, which is always fun to see. Keep sending those in. We have so many builds that there's actually a queue, because we can't fit like everything in. Sending them in. It's probably one of the most popular segments, and it's continuing to grow. I'm getting lots of feedback, getting lots of people wanting to show off their kits, which is awesome. Keeps in. We're also going to talk about episodes 19 and 20 of G-Witch. We didn't want to talk about the episode last week because we have Locust Labs and didn't do it with that. For his input.
As he sits in the corner quietly contemplating life.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. And we also have the last segment, which is the cool wall, of course, where I pick 2 to 3 to sometimes 1 mobile suit grunt from the Gundam universe, and we decide unanimously, of course, with no conflict, where it goes on the wall.
I'm starting to think you leave the cool wall till last for a good reason, because I'll look at a suit and go, right, that's shit, that's rubbish. And you don't like it. You don't like the mechanics view.
I don't have any comments on that.
I try to be as mechanically minded as I can be.
Yeah.
I'm all about the aesthetics on it.
Look, if
it's got to look good, man.
If it looks,
that's why we all love Mega XLR. Let's be honest.
They're
mechanics and aesthetics. Let's be honest. I'm easy to please.
Look, there's only 2 criteria. One, if it's from Xeon, it's on.
And then it goes in the trash.
And it goes in the trash because that's what it always does. That's what it's built for.
I mean, it's built to go into the trash. It's built to just fall to pieces.
I thought Xeon suits were built from trash, and then they become trash, and that's how the cycle continues.
Where's the block button? Where's the kick button? Put some bands in here. All right, let's get on with the show here. Let's have up first here. Okay. All right, so the first order of business is kind of, we got some new releases coming.
No, not this. No.
Medic's not here, right?
No, I actually have a lot to say about
here
this
right now.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah. So we have
Everyone say your real thoughts on gyms.
Everyone,
It's not even the GM.
gimme.
I'm still here, motherfucker.
everyone can be honest about how we don't want this. You know, it's fine. This is, of course,
I actually have a
I feel like
big
there's a lot of people want this.
smacking hammer for this as well.
this
Really do.
this is the this is a Gundam base limited, so it's even more limited than P Bandai. It is
Absolute
the
rubbish.
high grade 144 GM, GM2, and GM3 set that's going to be released on. That's released
nice.
today for 4,730 yen. I don't know about you guys, but I'm severely under by this.
I think
I'm actually
it-
angry by this for a massive reason. If you guys don't mind me actually having a quick vent about this, that's all right with everyone here.
Yeah.
Go on and
actual
vent.
The problem is that this set, you say Gundam base, it's a load of bollocks. Right, straight up, this is absolute rubbish because my local Gunpla provider, which is Gunpla UK, saw this and he saw the price tag and he was so angry about it that he himself went out of his way and he is selling this set as separate GM 1, 2, and 3 units put together
Yeah.
for half the price.
Wow.
This is literally a merger of 3 kits that are already out there.
Yep.
Nothing to do with Gundam base. They're not reprints or anything. They're just smashed together, sold for double the cost. And
Yeah.
that's why I've got a vent about it. And
Some heroes
like
don't wear
Gunpla UK
capes,
was
you know.
so angry.
No?
yeah. If
Yeah.
this is going to be a Gundam base, it needs to at least be Gundam base colors or something.
I feel like
How much
I feel like this wouldn't be as bad if like they were the white dingo team or a
Or
specific
it was
team
just
of
recolored
gyms.
or had some extra,
If
but
they
it's
were,
not.
like,
It's
named
1, 2, and 3
gyms.
put together.
Yeah. And the
I will
problem is,
say,
the
I
problem
do-
is
Named
it's
characters?
like it's basically, you know, gyms. It's just like
It's just
I think
It's
3
gym.
old high grades. It's not even like they're new high grades.
it's not
No.
like it's not something I'm interested in. The only way I would be interested in this is this was like the
It's-
new GM1 that has been on P Bandai is supposedly coming to retail, and then
Yeah.
the better looking versions of the other 2 gyms as well. But it's just like here's the old GM again.
yeah. Like, what
And
was
the
Yeah,
other
I,
two?
I
what
knew
was the
about this
meeting
pack
for
a
this
couple
like
weeks
though?
ago.
I
what, like
think it's.
I guess they just wanted to release all 3 in a package.
Which
Yeah,
is
but I don't know
fine,
why
but
they would
like
do it.
I'll admit I
Gundam
haven't
base
seen like
limited?
I haven't seen like a re-release of the GM3 or the GM2, but
I don't really understand
That
the
Gym
decision.
2 looks a little new.
yeah, it
I
does.
think,
They could be sort of
And these could
upgrading.
be highlighted.
I
and
actually think
painted
The Gym
for-
3 looks exactly as it should.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
exactly like it used to. The Gym 2 looks a bit different.
Yeah, maybe.
But that is my biggest beef with this: is that you can buy all 3 kits separately, and it's half the cost of what Gundam base is slapping as a price tag. That's what
I'll
annoys
be
me.
honest,
There's nothing
that's probably
special
what
here.
I'll do.
Yeah, you can buy these separately for cheaper.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
It's
honest,
madness.
guys. This is a hard pass for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
the
is
pack,
a little bit
no.
underhanded.
The gyms, yes.
I mean, how much is this pack supposed to be?
4,700 yen. So it's like
So
Which
that's like
is,
50
like,
bucks.
Yeah, like $50. That's like
Yeah, you're spending $50 if you bought these 3 separately,
That's
even with like getting them delivered and things like that. You're spending a maximum of 30.
which is
So 25 on average. You're spending double to get 3 kits you can get cheaper separately.
Yeah,
It's madness.
yeah, it's
Like bad on Gundam base for this one from me, I'm afraid.
yeah. You guys want to see another Gundam Base Limited?
Sure.
The next
it
one.
better be deserved this time.
The next one is the Gundam Base Limited High Grade 1144 Moon Gundam, which has already been released, but this time for the price of 3,740 yen, it comes with the long rifle, and they
Wait,
slap
you're
the
spending
Gundam
how
Base
much
Limited on
on a high grade?
For the original.
like $40 plus.
Jesus Christ!
But it
You're
comes with the long
kidding.
rifle this time.
You know what makes this
I
worse
can
for me is
build
I'm
that.
looking at that rifle, right, and I'm seeing 3 pieces of plastic put together. And that's really annoying me about this kit.
Yeah.
Like
I
if it
can
was a
build
detailed
that.
rifle with multiple parts, Yeah, that looks so basic, man.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I can literally just take the gun from my Raven Gundam, slap it onto my Moon Gundam, and call it the long beam rifle. And it's just like,
Yeah, that's
I
that's a
don't
hard pass for me.
understand
it's literally
this.
just you can get 2 kits for cheaper than this.
And the fact that there's already kits that are just like weapon sets, you could probably find already like weapons that look way nicer than this.
My friend
Yeah.
can 3D print one that's better and high detailed, and he'll even paint it for $10.
But guys,
Like
Weird
that
question,
no.
but what is the Moon Gundam even from?
from Moon Gundam,
The Moon Gundam
It's
is
from manga.
From a
partly
side
a-
story manga.
Yeah,
manga.
it's partly a concept art for the Unicorn Gundam turned into its own manga series, which
Which
sort
has-
of
It's a-
entered canon, I guess.
it's
in
a-
It's
the,
technically
it's the
it has, like-
prequel to basically it's the early actually development of the Sazabi.
yeah.
Right.
Its head is from the Psycho Gundam Mark IV.
Yeah,
and
I
the
see it
body
now. It
is
is actually a
from the,
Zazabi cannon, isn't it? This is Zazabi's beam rifle.
This is indeed.
We're overlooking the best part about it though, is it's literally a bunch of people who live on a colony called Moon Moon.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, what? That's a fucking thing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the Moomins.
Yeah, the
I
Moon.
They live in a
refuse to
reclusive. They live in a reclusive colony that was kind of like shut away from everyone, and it's called Moon Moon.
I
They all live
refuse
in
to
a
believe
cult.
What I could
this.
They're
tell
all in a
from
cult.
reading the manga,
The manga's actually.
it was caused by the first Neo Zeon War, and people, I don't know, worship the the double Zeta as a god. I don't know. I have to read it again.
I think this is supposed to be a reference to the fact in World War II there was this airdrop of supplies to these tribal people somewhere in the Pacific. I can't remember exactly where.
Yeah.
And when they came to look at them, they realized that they had built a giant statue of the plane that had dropped food to them and worshipped it as a god.
Oh wow!
But
Yeah, Star
Now
Trek.
they took the Psycho Gundam Mark IV's head,
yeah,
because it crashed on the colony,
Yeah.
and they started worshiping it as a god because it looked similar to the double Zeta.
the body,
But,
the body's actually like a prototype of the Sazabi. People.
Yeah.
That's called the Vargal.
And it is one of my
Yeah,
best
the
suits in
Vargal.
GBO 2.
And
So-
the manga's actually like I'm not gonna spoil anything. The manga's actually really good.
Yeah, it is. We should have been doing that instead of
Look, I'm a Gundam Wing
Wing.
fan, so
We
we're
can't-
gonna
we can't
eventually
do,
finish Tears.
Yeah,
we can't do good manga. That's why we're
Eventually.
gonna do a strike.
Eventually.
No,
I mean,
'Cause
I'm
actually-
going to throw this big bone out there,
Yeah.
and it's going to be straight with like Gundam Base.
Yeah.
I don't mean to gatekeep against Gundam Base, but I'm
Here
going
we
to put this
go.
out there,
Here
right?
we go.
Stop giving us recycled trash.
Yeah.
Give us, if you're going to recycle it, do something with it. Don't give us a 3D printed weapon and charge us $40 for it. It's
Again.
not cool, man.
Custom colors.
Yeah, we deserve better than this.
Yeah.
Like
we could have
That was-
gotten like a full
Japan
like
deserves better than this.
I mean,
Gundam
honestly,
Base has that
they
really
could have
nice
literally.
like, blue and white palette.
Honestly, all they really needed to do is quite literally just make it like a certain squad that got throughout the, or like from a manga that just went throughout the series from,
Yep.
normal Gundam to Zeta to Double Zeta, and say that this was their unit and repaint it in colors,
Yeah.
and we'd be all fine
yeah,
with
they could
this.
have done it in I forget the name of the guy who piloted the
If you slap
Blue
special
Destiny, but
coating on this with the weapon,
they could have done his
okay.
colors.
Look,
True, he actually made it all the way to
Not much.
Char's counterattack.
this is my problem is that I'm seeing a lot more kits like this that are Gundam base limited, Bandai with minimal changes, and
And they're
yet,
just not
what I'm
working,
not
man.
seeing is where's all my new master grades? Where like I haven't. Where's my new master?
I was
grades?
actually told
Where's
about
the
this.
ingenuity of the new kits? Like where is that? Like,
Also, I can give props to this for one thing.
Yeah.
This is really smart because they never want to reprint Moon Gundams anymore. This is a smart
Yeah.
way to get all the people who want one, who just can't get one because they don't make them anymore,
Yeah.
to force them to buy it this way.
Oh,
That's
so
some
they
good
were
strong
Yeah,
arm. That's some
it
good
is.
strong army
It
right
is.
there.
Oh, they
It's
don't
strong,
make them
yeah.
anymore?
No,
wow.
it's
Don't.
they have not reprinted it.
It's been a couple
No.
years, I think.
Yeah.
Good thing that I'm not gonna cannibalize mine for kits.
Yeah, the
No,
kit is
don't.
indeed hard to find, and the Vargol is even harder to find. Good luck with that.
Vargol's a
But
P
you did
Bandai, though.
mention
Yeah.
That was
like
P Bandai.
master grade shortage. I was told this by a really good friend of mine, Gundam Fan 7.
Yeah.
Top quality streamer is, and he's quite knowledgeable and been in it for years. He did say that a lot of times Bandai does have slumps where you will see like months and months of a gap of master grades. But come around like before Christmas, we should see quite a few like come in, not just reprints. We should see a lot more MGs come in at the last quarter of the year. That's what we're hoping for. But at the very latest, 2024 first quarter, we'll
I
see
didn't
MGs.
watch the video, but Kakarot197 put out like an announcement, and it looked like one of the new master grades that's been announced has been the Vidar.
Yeah, they are going to
The
start.
Vidar.
Which means we're getting another IBO master grade.
It's only been
Finally.
like 4 years.
Only
Lombard.
You know what?
they're a
I'm
little
not
bit
gonna knock it.
behind.
I'm not
But
gonna
the
knock
point
it.
is,
I'm
keep
gonna
hope.
get one of the Vidar, which is one of my favorite suits. So
The Vidar is kind of awesome.
Just keep the hope, guys. We'll get
All
there
right,
as
we're gonna
MGs.
I'm not gonna knock it.
we're gonna
I'm just
change
gonna
gears.
Count my lucky stars.
We're changing gears from P Bandai, and we're going back to a regular release that's coming out July. We have another picture. We can't talk about it enough. It is the 1/144 Gundam Schwarzette.
Ah, the Charset. Let's go. I'm ready. Hand
Every
it to
time
me.
I see it, it looks nicer every time.
Hmm?
I still am not convinced that it's going to be able to hold the sword properly.
The sword looks more like when you think of like Dragon Slayer from Berserk. It's not really a sword. It's it's a heap of raw iron.
Yeah.
It'll all
I'm ready for
depend.
Soletta to beat the shit out of somebody with that sword tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna be Ariel.
I'm honestly hoping Stilletta isn't the one going to pilot it.
There's a lot
What
of
else is she gonna pilot?
You gotta know.
Nothing,
we'll have
she
to
can
see
stay on the
if we've got a
sideline.
locking
Yes, I
joint.
agree.
I'm being a little
I
too
agree.
mean.
Nah, I disagree.
I'm being a
Fuck
little
girl,
too
the
mean
fucking
there.
Charset.
I set everything on fire.
Stupid.
Look, I'm looking forward to this kit. I don't care who pilots it.
It looks damn good. I'd get it anyway.
From the last episode, I'm a little bit convinced that it actually might be Lotta that's gonna pilot it, and he's gonna rip horribly in it. But
Oh, he's gonna get destroyed. He's a terrible pilot.
yeah, I just
the terrible
we'll
pilot
talk
pilot
about
is
it.
Gundam.
have anything to
We'll talk
Let's
about
be
it later.
careful though, guys. Some people
Yeah,
might
we'll
not
talk
have
about that
seen
later.
stuff.
We'll
Let's
talk about it later.
beware the spoilers for others.
I really like the I like the color because everything else in Witch from Mercury except the front
yeah.
company units are all everything's very colorful.
Yes.
Even the Michaelis has those shots of purple and pink in it,
Yeah.
and this is just completely muted. Like
This
it's
is
all
like no Gundam. No
Yeah.
Gundam.
It does,
Like, just
so-
black, white.
I've seen a close up of the chest, and it has those like Lafrith aerial lightings in it, and those are
Ooh,
actually
yeah.
purple.
Ooh.
yes,
yummy.
perfect. And
So wait,
Yeah,
purple
the
is
other
like
thing
from
I wanted
Score
to
8?
say, yeah, it is.
I don't
and
know.
the other thing see, the thing is what. Okay, no, this is spoilers. We can't say this
Okay,
right
keep-
here. We'll say it when the Witch from Mercury
Okay.
segment because I'm
Yeah,
sure
we'll
you have
cover
the
it then.
frame of it.
Yeah. Okay.
However, the thing I really like about it is it kind of combines the Ariel aesthetic with the Jaturk aesthetic,
Yeah.
which just looks fire.
It does
Turkey,
look.
turkey,
Which
turkey.
makes sense because it's the two companies working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, it
won-
was Grassley and Jaturk, but
I wonder it's because like
Okay.
since like the Ariel was kind of found out and they received the data in the first season, Jaturk's been working on it, right? That's kind of like what we can assume.
we know that Shinsei had a hand in developing it as well.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
it was,
man,
it was like it was a weird. It's the weird thing about Prospera. Someone has our hands in everything.
For me, what I want, maybe like if I get this kit, or I'm sure I'm gonna already see people probably with the same idea, is this thing would look awesome with some sort of like wings, mechanical wings,
Yes.
or like
I will
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah,
This thing gives me Stargazer vibes, so maybe
Yes.
just the Stargazer ring behind
that'd
it.
be cool. Be cool.
Oh, my
yeah.
god, yeah.
It does kind of have that sort of halo on the head. It's already
Yeah, I
got that
definitely
sort
want two of
yeah.
these.
angel or Japanese god look. Actually, that might be the point.
we're gonna kind of shift gears again, and we're gonna actually go
Zoid.
into something that's non-Bandai, non-Gundam. We're going into kind of like a childhood kind of mecha phase here, where talk about Zoids, because
Zoid.
Soul of Chogogen is coming out with the Liger Zero, which looks like fire. Like, it looks so awesome. I don't know if do you guys grow up with Zoids at all, or ever
Yeah,
watched
Yeah, I
this?
did. I
No,
did.
but my girlfriend did, so I have some exposure to it.
Never had the pleasure.
No, the details absolutely.
It's some fun stuff. So,
But
it's
I
like,
can appreciate the freaking design of Zoids.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah, this
feel
thing looks so
so unworthy to want one.
I'm not worthy.
This reminds me of somebody, one of my friends from the BattleTech side of things was
Yeah.
talking to me today about the fact that like all modern mecha looks the same. And I'm just like,
Excuse you.
here's a Zoid. Here's a Zoid. This looks like nothing else. What are you talking about?
Yeah. This
Look the same? No.
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 We have armored
Are they
core, so
only
I gotta
looking
say
at-
no.
Transformers or Gundam? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
to go along,
even then, there's like completely different.
to go along with
I mean-
this release, they're actually also releasing, which is P Bandai, by the way, so it's going to be limited. They're releasing the changing armor set. That's not the.
That's the
Well,
Gunvola.
I had
That's
it.
the Barding.
I had it, but it's gone. There's a changing armor set which has all three
I saw it
forms.
astray.
And it's disappeared on me, unfortunately. But yeah, and the Chogogen Zoids, actually, the price for that is really expensive. It's $32,000. $330. It's
Whoa.
very expensive.
Wow.
that is
Well, I
very
mean, I already kind of
expensive.
knew that. Soul Chikoken's kind of it's a beast.
Chogoking is very expensive.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's also
there is
really
going to be a
good.
market for people that love Zoids enough to pay that. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
not into
I mean-
myself, but I've got a friend who would.
Zoids are already really expensive now. Anyway, I think I remember Scorpia talking about she has like one Zoid kit and she could sell it for like 60, 70 bucks.
It,
Yeah.
it depends where you get, like,
Yeah.
which one you have, because my wife built the Black War Greymon, and that was only about $65.
Yeah.
But then again, you're talking to someone who spends like freaking $150 and doesn't blink on a kit.
Okay, I
get
was
what you
wrong.
mean.
Luckily, she's like right here, so I can ask her. And the one she has, the Shadow Fox, and supposedly you can sell it for 300 bucks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Shadow Fox is a rare kit. My
Yeah, all the
friend's a big
Kotobukiya
supporter
kits
of Zoid.
are hard to find nowadays,
Yeah.
The
and they're all reprints
You're
too.
lucky to find them. in the
coming
store at
back
all.
to to Gravity here. We have the Gunvoval, which apparently is released today for
God, I love
Oh,
this
nice.
kit.
for 1,400
I should get
yen.
it.
Honestly, this thing looks so nice that it kind of makes me want it to be the first Gundam we had. You know, it has a simple design that just makes me go, this should have been the
It's-
thing we started out with.
It's the best
Yeah.
thing is this is a grunt Gundam
And it
because
looks
it's literally
fantastic.
not even piloted. There's not even
Yeah.
a pilot in
It's not
this
even a
thing.
grunt. Yeah, it's not even a grunt. It's a mobile doll.
It,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably grab it. I could probably grab it and then like sort of modify, like put a little not necessarily junk, but like stuff around like the quote unquote cockpit area, and then say this is a modified Gunvolva to take in a pilot.
People have
I'm
already been
honestly-
kit bashing
Yeah.
so many parts onto this.
it is.
I am more worried about
It
how many of
looks
you are going to
very
buy
kit
about 10
bashable.
of these and just surround yourself with them.
It is.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have at least like
Like,
3 of
Mass
I
them.
Produ-
knew you were going to do it.
Like, mass-produced Gundams are usually a thing, but they usually don't look this good. Like, the
Yeah.
Wingdom is, it's okay, but, you know.
Yeah, the potential of this kit to be anything
It looks more like a common rider.
is awesome.
It's also really good as a kit bash set for all the other suits.
It's
because-
very simple. It's like a simple shades of gray, which is
It
nice.
kind of reminds
Yeah.
me of the is it the O Gundam? Like the
Yes.
The first one from from Double O.
yeah, it
Oh.
just looks so like it's not complicated, and it looks just like aesthetically pleasing.
I think what my favorite part about this is also like kind of tying in with Witch from Mercury is that you can tell that whoever designed and built this which we don't know who did that so far anyway.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, no, we have no idea who manufactures the gun Volva right now.
No, I thought you meant we have no idea who created the design.
No, we're talking about in the show. In the show.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
show.
okay.
It's just like it fits. It could have been anybody because it's so like the design is so non-saying, you know. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I want like a lot of them.
I think this kit is like one of those ones that's like kind of begging for interesting paint jobs too.
Yo,
Yes, exactly. It's just like, look, I am a great piece of plastic. Please put color on this.
I may need to do this for my other birthday present to me. It looks so much fun to
can I
play
have
It'll
a
with.
either
birthday
be that,
present
or
from you to
someone's
me?
literally going to fill up an entire room with these and sit there in a Soletta cosplay, thinking they're the rule of the world.
Oh, I'm doing it. Watch out. I'm already we're going on an anime convention
Yeah.
in a month.
Oh
and
no,
we
it's just exploded. Oh no.
and we bought Asastasia uniforms, the normal student uniforms, to go in. However, we don't know if they'll get there in time yet. They will ship out.
Hopefully,
21st.
hopefully
Hopefully.
no rubble falls on you guys. You know.
And
Yeah,
no
we'll be
Six
fine.
happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthdays.
Oh shit.
Another
Oh, dear.
suit that came out today is the
Demi Barding.
Barding,
Let's go.
which like really been growing on me, and it looks awesome.
Really?
This looks
looks
a
so
lot
good.
better than the Demi Trainer.
It does.
It's like the perfect upgrade for Choo Choo's Demi Trainer.
yeah.
It's obviously a heavy weapons unit. We can literally just see that.
yeah.
Yes.
It looks.
I'm glad that the
great.
main rifle is not attached to the crotch anymore.
There's a hole for the crotch, so it can probably attach still.
Yeah, but that's the
Fuck
same
rifle.
part as on the.
That's
That's just the same part as on the
still
Demi
just
Trainer.
as kit bashable as the other Demi Trainers.
Yep.
You know what it honestly
a damn
reminds
good
me
thing.
of? When the Leos in Wing went to Serpents. That's what this is basically doing.
Oh
Yeah, kinda.
Oh man.
I can see it.
I
It's the
want
same
Serpents
metamorphosis.
so
It's like it's gone from caterpillar to butterfly, and I love it.
I want serpents so bad. Oh my god.
We all want serpents so bad.
Jesus. Ugh. But this kit is released today. I love it. I don't know why, but it gives me like the O vibes, the big O. Why?
It's a color.
Big
I think it's the colors.
showtime.
But yeah, it's today and
It's really good.
nice.
I still have to wait like 3 months to get it here in Germany. Really upset.
Badge.
If I get one like in the next
Oh,
few
hey,
weeks, and
Pale
just
Rider.
photograph it to you every day, will that make you angry?
Yes.
No, I'll be fine. I'll
That
just
is
be
a
happy I get to
tripped up
see it.
Pale Rider.
Yeah, that's a sick Pale Rider. Holy crap.
Yeah,
We're gonna
let's
move
take
on
it.
to our next segment, guys. It's gonna be our community builds.
This is a community build?
The community
Tasty.
builds.
Yo.
This is from Luke Hess. He named it the GM Cloud Jumper High Mobility Suit. It's a kit bash using the GM Sniper 2 and the Master Grade New Gundam Burka. My idea
see it
was
now.
a lightweight high mobility suit, so I made adjustments throughout the kit by removing armor pieces to expose some of the frame, as well as remove the skirts for more range of motion. The connection for the tank on the pack, and the long extensions were both scratch built, and new
Nice.
verniers added to the side of the pack for more detail. It has a rotating beam saber mount on the back of the waist to be able to draw the saber from any hand, as well as a custom beam saber mount on the shoulder using the new Gundam Verka arm. The kit is fully scribed with new panel lines using 3 chisel weights and tons of surface plate details, all made from hand. The build is painted in 12 colors, decaled with water slides and top coated. It sits in acrylic base designed by myself. Wow! Holy
This
cow!
thing is
Dominance just got
epic.
dominated.
This is incredible.
Yeah,
This
I
is
got
a-
nothing. This thing is balling.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have led with this one.
Yeah, you should have put this last.
This is
this-
a GM I can stand
Oh.
behind. Okay, I don't say that
Yeah.
at all, but
Yeah, I agree.
This is just proof that the gym is much more customizable than the Zaku.
I really
I don't
thought
know
this
about
was just
that.
a fucking car. This was just like a Pale Rider. Really?
No, this.
Yeah, you could have told me there was a Pale Rider, and I would have believed you.
Yeah.
The only thing that upsets me about this is that a new Gundam gave its life for it, but it
Wow.
actually is a very, very good job. Like it's been carved up into something greater. Really appreciate this build. Very,
Well,
very
I've been
lovely.
trying to find another new Gundam to carve up to turn it into a
Not
narrative.
carving up new Gundams, you git.
What if I said I was
This
going
genuinely
to
looks
use
like
the
it's like a
Verpa?
metal statue to me.
I
It
do
does.
actually really like this design.
It's only because
I
I
love
haven't
this.
built my Vercar yet, but we'll see that coming.
It looks like a very customized gym dominance for space.
I literally thought it was a GM Astray, like from a distance. A GM Astray, but it just looks very, very good.
Yeah.
It's either a GM dominance or it's a GM sniper
This
modified.
this is the
Hello.
This is
Hello.
this is the thing that appears in the anime, and you're like, "Yup, that's an ace pilot in there for sure."
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
also love all the detail on the guns,
Like,
and on the shield.
Like it has a gym sniper shield. It has 2 bullpup rifles.
It's just insane.
Are bullpup rifles actually that good? Like, I saw what they did to some dogs, but
I mean, they're strong enough to punch through just about anything Xeon fields during the 1-year war.
Yeah,
that's not saying much.
if you get
Very
into
tasty.
close, like this is a high mobility suit, so I'm assuming this thing gets in and out of close range and just like pops you
What's
Yeah,
that on
you
its
might
other
as well.
shoulder?
before you.
Uh,
It's a rotating beam saber
Oh.
mount, so it can
That's
be
interesting.
grabbed from anywhere.
So basically, yeah, it seems like it
that
goes
is
in
pretty
like
good.
it seems like it goes in like the Thunderbolt and just stabs the Zaku in the chest, and then
It looks like it
goes
came
away.
out of Thunderbolt.
Actually,
really
you know what? It
does.
kind
I
of
love
does,
it.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's not a bad thing.
No,
Yeah.
It's not.
definitely not a bad
Like,
thing.
I'm
at all.
torn. I'm torn between finding some of the Thunderbolt designs ridiculous, but also finding them amazing.
I
Oh,
love seeing the Thunderbolt tear through all of Xeon's mobile suits.
yeah. This is.
It's always a joy.
Thank you, Lucas, for submitting this. This phenomenal. And
Yeah, build more, buddy. You've done a good
build
job.
more,
Build more.
send more, give us more. Thank you.
absolutely
This is
Fantastic.
crazy. Huh?
Our next kit is by Brian May. It is the RE100 Hama in
I don't know.
Glemmy
Wow.
Faction Forces color.
Huh.
Hama.
They are 2 to 3 camel patterns, and Brian says, "I love the show. Keep going." Well, we love you. Thank you for submitting this.
Oh, that's nice.
This looks really
Thank
good.
you.
I love
It does. Like, even the kind of wonky knee pad colors work.
Is this build on? Is this like a whole scratch build, or is this from something? Because I don't recognize.
It's the
this.
Let me
it's
see.
the RE 1100 Hama, I think. That's what.
Yeah,
he,
it's a
Yeah, they're
Neo
a bit
Xeon
hard to
kit
get.
that's. I don't remember if it's supposed to be a new type.
I don't
use
think
mobile suit?
I've seen this kit before.
I think the Hama Hama is a
it's
new
a
type.
Re100.
It uses incom system, so I think it has to.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's a Re 100.
Yeah.
and it's
Thingy,
okay.
really
So my
bad.
knowledge of how incoms function is based solely on Super Robot Wars, but non-new types could use them. In fact, that was kind of the entire point.
It's just that it's
It's
Um,
why
I thought it
the
was
mass production
training-
knew.
I thought it was.
I
Training
do admit, I
wheels.
like the little like demon.
It's both. I think, if I remember correctly, it's one to help new types and cyber new types kind of develop, but it's also
Yeah.
to allow non-new types to compete with new types, basically, or to
I
like
just
keep
how
up.
Brian's made this look so good. Like
I-
I really
Yeah,
enjoy how
amazing.
prototype it looks.
I love the detailing work.
You know,
I
it's-
love the line work on the cables.
Yeah, yes.
It's
I mean,
very
That's
nice.
just
really good.
Just guys, Zigzeon, man, this is just incredible.
This isn't Xeon. This is a traitor to
just like
Xeon.
Lemmy.
Is it?
Yeah,
really?
this is during the Civil War where they
Oh,
both sides
shit.
lost.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, Zigzeon just
Yeah, no, one side lost and the other side committed suicide.
Oh god.
Yeah, so they both lost normal Xeon
Everybody
activities.
loses. Except
No, actually,
for
Federation.
everybody
Yeah,
loses.
Jude
Federation
won.
wins.
Yeah, everyone loses.
Federation didn't do nothing. They just sat back and watched you guys
Yeah, no,
destroy
the
each other.
Federation sat on their ass as Judeau did his thing.
I mean, they didn't need to do anything. It was just Xeon being Xeon. So they're like, yeah, we'll just leave them over there.
I do know the actual reason. It's because the Titans basically just took everything the Federation had. But
that is true. On the other hand, they also let a colony drop happen to keep population down.
Yeah,
this is the
That
kind
was
of
a
shit
weird
you
thing
see
in
flying
Belgium.
away before the colony starts dropping.
Yeah.
This is the instigator of the drop.
Yeah.
Everyone loses except for Brian May because this kit is hot fire. It's
Yep.
amazing.
Mhm.
We
Oh
love it.
yeah,
Yeah. That's some
Thanks.
name's
crazy
ridiculous,
wiring.
but I love the look of this thing. It feels like what the Neo Xeon should have been.
Yeah, I would say
I see that.
it's just like
Neo
upgrade
Xeon
version.
is.
The Neo Xeon is I will say this about the Neo Xeon: it didn't need to exist.
No, it's just big, bulky armor who's there to have a showdown between an RX suit and a Xeon.
I love this.
Because
And apparently
apparently
the
unicorns
Neo
just
Xeon,
is operating off a script.
You don't.
It can
will
bend
say
time. There is no.
Thank you, Brian May. Moving on to
Sure.
our next kit.
Oh.
This is by
Oh.
Doug Goins. It's my kit bash of the high grade Ilfrith and the 00 Riser. I call it the Gundam 00 Ilfrith Riser. I made a custom weapon out of some GN cannon parts and a piece of plastic tube.
Ooh.
That's crazy looking. That
Okay, I
this
like
make-
the weapon.
This
I
makes me
like the
think
classic colors on the Urk.
only in terms of how it looks overall. It kind of makes me think of that last Gundam and Gundam Ages. But this is crazy.
It is.
I don't know if I love or hate this.
I love it.
Chunky.
I like it.
He's so
It's
chunky.
interesting. I mean,
The
it's
colors
not
work.
entirely different from what I'm trying to do with my Ariel. I'm trying to make it a unicorn.
That's
I
interesting.
really love this because I've got the 7 Sword MG, I've got the Double Riser PG to build, and I look at this and I'm like, I really want some of the armor aspects on this on my perfect grade. Like the cannon alone,
Yeah.
I would love that. I'd love that in perfect grade size. Done a really good job. I like bulky armor. This
I
is
do.
definitely up my alley.
I actually love how he used basically a plastic tube, and I was like, that it doesn't look like a plastic tube. It looks like it's part of like the actual weapon,
Sometimes that's all
and
you
it's
need.
fantastic. I
Plastic
love
tube.
that. I love that. And
Okay, question. Since I just got here,
Oh.
did you do the shiny boy yet?
no, we did
Oh
not.
no, we just got here.
We just got here.
But they talked bad about Jim, so you know,
We
give them hell.
we we love
Talked
this
bad
kit.
about a bad release of Gym Kits.
This kit, I like it. It's chunky. It's got the GN drivers on it. It's phenomenal.
It looks like it's going to take out a small country.
It's gonna take out a
Almost
colony
looks
or
good.
a warship for sure.
It is here to intervene.
Yeah, that'll put a hole through a carrier. Not a problem with that.
Bang.
Yeah, Doug, fantastic kit.
Bam.
I know you've sent me more kits as well to show, and they are in the queue for the following weeks, so we will definitely show those off.
I will add one thing for
Sure.
Doug, like in his future things. Either stop vaping before you take your photos or clean your lens, because I want more HD photos of these.
It's a little grainy. I actually like the thrusters too.
I think it's a bit grainy though,
Yeah.
because I think he might have vaped before he took the photo, because it happens with mine. But it could just be the lens needs a clean. But we can still see the build, and it's still really good.
You know what? I just realized
Honestly,
this color
reminds
palette is
me-
the XS.
That's a spoiler alert.
Honestly, the color palette reminds me quite a bit of the aerial rebuild.
I think it looks like the XS Gundam.
Ooh, yes. Actually, I'm getting those
I was
vibes.
about to say it looks like the Double Zeta to me.
The fact that it looks like so many different things and we're all saying different things, it just goes to attest how wonderful this build is.
Well, it also
Yeah.
helps that the classic colors
And it looks like
make
high
look
firepower.
fire.
All of the kits we said were high firepower kits
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doug,
I just
thank
finished
you.
my Barbatorus.
Thank you so much
All melee.
for sending it. Our next kit is by Dice Punk Studios.
Oh, hoo-hoo.
This kit is
Oh.
is called the Doomstar. It's built from the Yokohama F00 with a couple 30 mission mission. Is it minute missions?
30-minute mission.
There you
30-minute
go.
mission.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
build divers parts to hold it all together. The color scheme is essentially Transformers Shattered Glass Blaster. I find that when I'm trying to think of a color scheme, Transformers is a good source of inspiration.
It is
yeah.
a good source, but I don't remember Blaster ever having quite that much white.
Shattered
Oh.
Glass Blaster is
Shattered Glass is literally just evil
different.
dimension. Every
Oh, I know.
one
I have a Shattered Glass Blaster toy on my shelves. He doesn't
Oh.
have this much white.
Oh,
He's gray with teal highlights.
It's an
I really
remember,
like
guys.
how this
It's an
Gundam, like-
inspiration. It's an inspiration.
Don't get me wrong. This looks lovely, though.
It's kind of
This
like a
looks great.
Thunderbolt prototype to me, like the beginnings of Thunderbolt, and I really
Yeah,
dig
I
that.
could see that.
like where they tried testing like parts
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
full
like
armor
you
system
see
without
them
the actual armor.
testing the Psycho Zaku and everything like that. This is what you'd see if they were testing the full armor before, launching it.
It's like a
I would
railgun on
actually
it.
paid good to see that actually.
It really would, wouldn't it? And this is kind of the vibe
I
it's
didn't
giving me.
mind.
The scribbing on this is also phenomenal.
Yeah. Wow. This is incredible. I think this is like a railgun. It looks like one.
I pulled all the sick
Yeah,
kit for
it's
this
always
one.
a railgun when it's from a backpack.
Jeez.
Yep.
Probably like one of the only places it can safely do a
There's a
railgun.
lot of talented people, guys. I'm telling you, and they're starting to notice our podcast, and they want to show off their kits. So we're gonna show.
All right,
it
we
off.
need to
Send
start
us
doing like
good
more
shit.
straples. I need to start feeling like less bad about my own
No,
building abilities. So we need to start doing regular straples.
No, please
This
send us your
podcast
straight builds, Stu.
This podcast has inspired me to start trying panel lining. I'm going to try and panel line the Zaku 2 I'm building for next week.
Like,
Yeah.
I know I put a lot of stuff forward, but a lot of mine's out of the box and
Yeah.
just tweaked.
And they always
bits,
look great.
But
Be
yeah.
proud of what you built.
This
Okay, but
looks-
your stuff is always master grade.
but
This is true.
Look,
I'll be honest.
I just want to tell Medic, if you're gonna panel line something first, panel line the GM, because even if you do a bad job, it's trash. The GM's
It's
are
still gonna
trash
look good
anyways.
because it's GM.
It's a trash anyway, so you can always just toss it. So it's not a.
I mean, I bought a
I
GM
mean-
for that entire reason to try panel lining on
that
it.
is actually like.
Hey, the redeem's working. I need to throw a rock.
Line, do
Yeah,
it on
it-
a throwaway kit.
Oh, good. I
And
can
just after
start
that, 10
developing that.
Zakus were immediately destroyed. Oh
I
my god, they're going
Oh,
through
the
them like
colony.
coffee paper.
You know, it's like
Listen,
an
I need I remind you what's happening in my Gihren's Greed playthrough.
Yes.
Because last I checked,
I meant to
Zaku's are getting
that.
steamrolled.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, early on, you were having quite the difficulty and had to restart the run.
I remember we didn't have gyms, damn it. We didn't have enough gym.
Well, that's
If I remember
Fetty
correctly, a
problem.
Zaku can be taken down by a fucking guided missile.
Look, I digress. We're oh my
You can
god. Look. The kit is amazing.
I like how I do
Dice
the
Punk.
uwu dance, and you're just completely gone, are you?
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
The Dice Punk Studios amazing kit. Doomstar is a beautiful kit. Thank you so
Oh, yeah.
much for showing it off, and we definitely look forward to more of your builds. The next kit is by Dominic Mosher.
But
It's a butt.
headbutt,
It's a
vent
butt.
butt.
Let's see if we can get a better view.
It's,
there we go.
Oh hey,
Oh,
it's
it's
Galley
Kamaris.
Sundar.
It's
The
the
what now?
Kamaris Trooper, right?
Yes. Wait.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the one with the four legs.
Yeah.
there you go.
And a
There's
butt
a,
flap.
Why call it Trooper? That doesn't make sense to me.
There's a trooper version. There's a booster version. There, yeah. I don't know why it's called Trooper. Don't
Trooper?
ask questions.
They used
Yeah.
display markers, but something I only had the inner frame built for months. So this is how it looks, or this looks like a kind of a kit bash. Am I wrong?
No.
Why does
it
the
doesn't
head look
Mars-
different?
I think it's just the pose they've got is a bit extreme.
Or like
Yeah.
this looks exactly like I remembered from the show, but
Yeah.
I think the fact that I only saw there, it's only on screen for like 2 minutes before fucking what's his name just basically kills him.
Chocolate
It's like-
Man.
I don't
Man.
really didn't really ever pay attention to this, but I think it looked just like this and just as wacky as in the
completely
show.
forget
Nothing
that
against the
this
build, by the way. The build is great.
Yeah.
It's just like the
I
suit
forget this
itself
mode
is just
exists.
wild. Yeah.
I like
It's like legitimately so rare to see that we're actually impressed that you've done it. So good job to the builder.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the
good job.
gold that they did in the weapons there. That looks
Mhm.
phenomenal. I thought
Not
it was
bad.
Oh,
actual
yeah.
metal pieces.
Yeah, I think the addition of the gold on the weapon is what's making it look like a kit bash because it's that stands out, so it's
tall.
looking different from the rest of the kit.
Yeah.
I think it's a very nice touch.
Again, that was by Dominic Mosher. Wonderful build. Keep sending them in. Thank you so much. Our next build is by Carl Gamboa,
Hey.
and it looks like it's
Tasty.
the Quant Double O
Oh.
custom.
It's definitely the double O.
Yeah,
And
it's the
I think
double
it's-
quant.
isn't it
It's
the
definitely
Quant, right?
It looks so
Quant with-
fucking slick.
It's the
He
Quant
seems to
with
replace the
Barbatos's-
GN drives.
It's got the Barbatos's shoulders as knee pads.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
hell yeah.
That's good. That's real good.
There's another.
See,
little,
this is what happens when we want Gundams to play American football.
Oh,
Oh, those blades look nice.
yeah. This looks.
Those are
Uh-huh.
good.
Oh yeah. Weirdly, they remind me of a part from Hero Factory of all things.
Interesting.
Yo,
Oh,
that's
wow.
Interesting.
that fire
Now
is
that's
sick.
a really nice
Ooh.
display.
Yeah, that's a
I
really
think
nice.
put
that on
effect.
there.
Oh
wait, those are all
looks
One
like
Piece,
it's
never mind.
floating, which is like really cool. But it's probably like pegs attached to the back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It looks really
Probably.
nice.
really good.
Very
Oh, yeah.
well painted too. Like that's super sleek.
Very clean,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
used an airbrush for most of the base colors. It's really
Very,
good.
yeah, it's super clean.
I approve of this.
I
That-
want to paint like that.
That's the waist. It looks like a seed kit.
The waist.
Mm.
I thought it's like the torso is waist is on.
I could
And
be
so are the
wrong.
arms. I think
he
the
might,
arms are from,
he's changed out some parts.
or the arms
obviously,
might
but
be
not
from the
too many.
exterior repair.
I'm just a big fan
think
of
the
the knee
shoulders
pads, honestly.
Oh yeah, the fact that they use the Barbatos's shoulders as knee pads is really other than shoulders, those are perfect.
Yeah, that's really clever.
It makes me kind of want to use the leftover Barbatos parts I have for my Barbatoris to turn it into something else. Don't think it would look good on my Command Gundam though.
Yeah.
This is something where you think, like, you hear shining fingers about to go off. This guy's like storm kneecap to the bloody face.
Oh my god. Yeah, thank
But
you, thank you, Carl Gamboa, for this this kit. You did a wonderful paint job. It's so smooth.
Yeah.
I love the kneecap.
I do like how the GN drives were replaced by a bit of the O riser.
Yeah.
Looks real nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like it just works. It makes it feel overall. Okay, I know I said it was sleek, but
Oh, my
I'd say it looks
nemesis.
less sleek, and I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
this
kit is by Tyler Scott Molden. It is the custom build
Oh my
MG TR1 Raz Hazel Oslaw reactive
Yeah, it's the
armor
Hazel.
system. And
Yeah, it's the
This
Hazel
is a
Oslaw.
customized version. I've got one on the
Jesus.
shelf.
Oh, I love
Really
seeing
good.
Hazel.
Yeah, I love
I
Hazel.
need the Osla.
They added,
I've been wanting an
modified
Osla for a long time.
tons of details, as well as added a second wench cannons and a middle pod, as well as over 20 less to light everything up. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That
The
is-
Hazel Ozone. I mean, I love the Hazels in general because they're so cool with their test types, but Limium really looks like this thing is actually supposed to go into combat on Earth.
Oh, did they?
He has done a
they did
lot
the
of
cool thing with the
customizing to this.
with the
It's very
drop down
good.
visor on the head.
Yeah.
I love the LED. Holy shit. These
I
are
wish I
these
had
are
the
test
patience for LEDs.
test units.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of the
Everything you see the Titans use that came from these guys.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty much just like, we want to see what we can, since the war's over, let's see what we can stick on Mobile Suit and make work.
Look at all the lights.
Yeah, and then
man.
the Hazels just turn into
Just turned to
mobile armors is not a good way to they become mini Death Stars.
This
He
is
has
how
done a
it's-
lot
I mean,
of good work on this.
I mean, I showed Aya all the crazy advanced
Yes,
Zeta
yes.
mobile armors, and those things are just like, yes, this is a whole battleship. This is not a mobile suit anymore.
Yeah, no, like there's a size at which point something should no longer be classified as a mobile suit, and I feel that size is about the O or larger.
I don't.
It goes from that to mobile armor at that point, honestly.
At that
But
point, it becomes mobile armor, and any bigger than that, it's just a freaking ship.
I feel like the
Yeah.
Let's be real here. The Big Zam was a ship with legs.
I feel like the posability is like with this kit is limited, but like just standing
It is a
there.
bit.
I
As
think
someone who
the
owns
LEDs make it harder to pull off anything crazier because I know without LEDs, this thing can pose up a storm, and its chest is a core fighter, the Primrose.
Like
And it has
someone who
a
actually
fully functional ab crunch.
Yeah, this thing is.
it does, but
phenomenal.
there's someone who actually has the kit. It does suffer from a huge problem in the hip section.
Okay.
It becomes very loosey goosey very quickly, so you do have to do a lot of work to repair it.
Yeah.
So that is a problem. So you can pose these a lot, but you end up having to repair them because of it. So a lot of people do just stand them basic because, the hip joints, the arm joints, they need repairing after very little usage.
Oh, they
But
do.
it's still a good kit overall. Don't get me wrong. It suffers bad ball joint cohesion. That's
I
what
wonder.
that's
Oh
its
yeah, that's
downside.
right. This is all based off of the Gundam Mark II 2.0,
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same ball joint issue.
which at the time, all hip joints were ball joints.
All hip.
Oh my
yeah, that's
God,
the only
though.
I
downside.
think
of
that
this
would be
kit,
my
but this
only-
one he's done really good to improve
Yeah.
on. So this is beautiful.
I actually
Yeah,
have
that
a
would be my only
huge
complaint.
problem with all the Witch from Mercury kits who use a ball joint to connect the torso to the hip that then connects to the proper legs because they are so bad. There's like a side note.
Really?
I don't know. The Dark
Yeah,
Balde is pretty good.
The Dari Balde has it, and for me, it's been causing me issues.
Why?
Oh.
It's like I can't get it in all the way. I don't know. Huh?
Oh, you have nerd arms.
Nerd
Probably.
arms?
But I also have the same. I also had the same problem on one of my Ariels for a little
Is
while.
that a new type thing?
It's like that,
It might
except
be,
you
no
lack
actual body
the
strength.
upper body strength to stick the thing in the thing.
Oh my. Okay.
I don't know.
But
I
yeah,
don't
back
even
to
know
the
what to say
kit.
to
Beautiful LED work, great paint job, and I can see the
Yeah,
tweaks
this
he's
thing is
done.
amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Really good.
It is
Oh,
definitely.
maybe the LEDs helped the ball joint. I don't know.
I will actually give him extra respect because he made what we literally nickname in the MG circles of this kit. He made the sumo nappy look good on it, whereas the basic one does look a bit daft. So the sumo nappy looks good on this.
Again, thank you so much for sending this kit. Show, please send more of your work. Incredible job.
Indeed.
The next kit, we can't see. Hold on.
It's a little image.
Let
It's like this doesn't exist.
It's
The images
an
Let
are
me,
area.
do some,
fighting.
let me do some calibrating. Hold on a second. Yeah.
What's that in the sky? It's a colony. Oh shit.
I didn't know we were in Australia.
Oof.
I will
Or
have
Australia.
The strange thing, it only happens reason.
Maybe he's sending images that are just too high res.
Too high res.
Too high res.
Maybe it's the image file. I know I have some problems with image files.
Okay, so this is by Angel Perez, and he says this is the full mechanic aerial. His thoughts on the kit are: it felt just like a bigger high grade, and I would rather choose a high grade over the full mechanics build.
Oh wow.
In my
Yeah,
opinion.
no, like,
Interesting.
that's also why I say, like, because like it's not a master grade.
About it.
Well, yeah, the full mechanics is not a master grade. It's just a big high grade.
Yep.
And
It does
have some
better
like
than the old
elements.
Re 100.
Like
Yeah,
from
it
what I
does
can
have
tell,
some
the
master grade elements to it, but you can definitely tell when you build one, it's not a full master grade. Yeah, I see where he's coming from. I agree.
like, yeah, no, I figured this thing wouldn't have an inner frame. Its only real gimmick is, oh, it has an exclusive claw mode for the bits that's completely non-canon.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna be interested when I build this myself.
It's still a good kit, but there's a reason you can pick one up for about $50 retail, and you're not paying 80 to 90 for regular master grade money. That's the reason. It's a big high grade with some master grade tipping. Best way to look at it.
Right.
Which is honestly the best way to look at it. I mean, again, not a bad kit.
But don't get me wrong, I still like
And it's a
Ariel's
good price
design.
for a
I
master
still
grade
like
set.
the Ariel high grade. I just
I
don't
like
have.
it so much. I made 2 of them.
The thing is, like, would you get it for like that price though? Like it.
No.
What, like $50 for a master grade sized aerial? I mean, I think that's a bargain if you think about
That's fine.
the IBO kits, the IBO full mechanics. They were about $50, $60. They sold like hotcakes. And the moment these came in early, I know this because, like I say, I work with a shop as well. When these came in early, they had to charge, I think it was $80 to get them early access.
Yeah.
They went like it in the space of an hour of getting them in the shop. He had 10 of them. They were out the door. They didn't stand a chance.
Really?
He got another 20 of them recently on a slightly higher price of $60 over the 50. They all went in an hour. So these things are flying out the door.
Wow.
It's because they are a good full mechanics kit and they're very easy to customize. That's the good side.
Yeah. So like, would you guys choose like the full mechanics over like a high grade, or would you?
I've already bought one, so
I think I'd like to personally build it before I decide that.
Size, you know, if you want a bigger kit, or you're happy with the 144, in my opinion.
It's not just about the aerial as a whole at that point for me, because like it's also like, hi, I want something that scales with the rest of the machines from the show.
Right.
Yeah, if you're gonna have it stood around with the other kits, you're gonna struggle to get other FMs, and we don't know yet.
We have no idea whether there's going to be FMs or MGs.
Yeah,
and
so
I think
better
aren't the only other FMs the fucking the druggies from Seed?
And I think the for me, I got it because it's just like it has a higher, like there's a slight increase in detail, and it's just really cool. And it's going to probably be rare for a while because apparently some stores are saying they're not doing a second rerun. Other people are saying no, they're going to keep printing it because it's making so much money. So who knows? And for me,
the fact they're flying off the shelf.
It's like the same thing with Ariel. Why would they not print more? Because they have to be making a huge profit. But for me, I would say that for just displaying a Ariel, the full mechanics is way better because all of the little plastic parts are actual plastic that is molded like that, and not shitty stickers for half of them, which don't really go on. And the high grade, I would say, is better for customized versions of the Ariel because one, you don't have to I know people who basically scratch build everything, but you don't have to scratch build nearly as much for a high grade than you'd have to do for a 1 in 100.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to spend another $100 to get all the parts out of 2 different kits to make your customized kit. Because you should just
there's
buy
a
the
lot
option
of
part.
extra packs you can get for the 144 size. So you can put
Exactly.
30 minute
Right.
missions on there.
I would,
All kinds of extra stuff you can slap on. The 100s, you're leaning more into the aftermarket for them. So
Yep.
yeah.
It's going to be
yeah, I was
expensive.
going to say
Yep.
that for my customizing game, I'd rather pick up a high
hello,
grade,
Astray.
but yeah. Hello.
Good points,
the
guys.
red
Good points. The next kit is by Damon Hill. It is the real grade red frame inversion. It's basically it's the red frame.
You shouldn't be showing me this after what I
Not
did
an
to the
inversion.
master grade. I feel ashamed when I look at this.
Hey.
No.
Because
I
I
didn't
broke
realize
the
it's
discs on my master grade, and he's done really good on this one. I had to super glue my shoulders into solid place. So I highly respect how
Oh,
much
there's
effort
this.
he's put into this.
Yeah.
I will be rebuilding one though, don't worry guys. I admit to my errors. I broke the discs. But he's done a very good job here.
What's this sword? It looks like it's like actually
Yeah, it has
I think the real grade actually uses plated silver, not plated silver, but like
I know what you mean.
Chrome.
I have one complaint
yeah,
about
it's like
this
a chrome
picture.
plated.
I see a lot of Gunpla chippings on the table.
Clean your mess.
It looks like every other build I do.
The thing I'm not happy with here is that the yellow plastic they used on the sword handle and that lot,
Ugh.
it's a lot nicer on the master grade. It feels cheap and it's ruining the sword for me. Everything else, perfect.
It does kind of look like the kind of sword. You remember I go to the store and buy like a toy ninja sword for like $3?
Yeah,
it's
that's
making it look
yeah.
tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1/44th scale gold parts look like cheese whenever they're gold injected.
But other than
My
that,
girlfriend-
still a great build.
yeah,
My
great build.
girlfriend just walked in. My girlfriend just walked past me. She was like, "Not everybody has somebody to clean up their table," and she called herself my wife. And I was like, "Wait a minute,
My wife.
wait a minute."
Damon, great build. It looks fantastic. We love it.
Does it only get one sword with the real grade?
Yeah, the real grade only gets one sword.
Yeah, it's only
That,
one.
that
I
annoys
didn't
me because
know.
the real grade
Well,
gets
that's
one
because
sword.
the master grade is the red frame Kai. It comes with the second sword.
Oh, that makes
Okay.
okay.
This is the
Yeah, because like
normal
it didn't
red frame
originally
grade.
have the second sword. It took it off reproduction on the grounds of "fuck you, this is my sword now."
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that confused me because I see that one at the 144 you get one
Oh,
sword. The
hello
master
there.
grade you get two,
Oh,
and the powered red you get one sword again.
Yeah.
But anyway, these look lovely. I want them all. Give me
That is freaking awesome.
So last week, Alexio sent us the Wing Gundam and the Death Scythe Hell. And he wanted a picture added because he wanted to throw in his heavy arms. And as a person whose knees get weak when they talk
heavy
about
arms.
Gundam Wing, and I had to show it off. So here's another picture just of.
I am a little bit creeped out by this because I recently reposed because I've got multiple heavy arms, as you know. I reposed mine by taking off the Gatler, but
Yeah.
he's got the same pose in his heavy arms as mine does with the blade. All I've done is taken the Gatler away.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Great
like,
minds think alike.
it must be heavy arms love, bro.
It must be. It must be. Yeah. I want to I want these kits.
they look so
you want these
fucking
kids?
good.
You can just come over and visit Aya. I've got them all.
Yeah. They all looked good together. Like they belong together. You know what I mean?
Actually, no,
They
I'm telling a
do
lie. I
belong
don't
together.
have the Death Scythe Hell. I've got the Rousselet.
Oh well.
Actually, question:
Yo.
is the Wing's beam saber slightly curved?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Out
Some
of
of them
box,
do.
yeah,
You
it's
can get
meant to look
curved.
like that.
It is.
That can happen.
Yes.
It's the motion of the blade. You get motion ones or standstill ones. They just come
That looks really nice in that pose.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I haven't moved mine out of that, and I have it with the beam saber out because I can't. For some reason, I can't put the freaking beam guns in the hands. It's like
You're not
come
the
on.
only one, brother. Believe me. A lot of us. Some people have resorted to super glue. There's a problem with that pose, and they don't know why. Something to do with the hands and their knuckles banging. It's just
And
it's
I
a
know
common
it's
problem.
not. Verka-itis, where the kit is naturally finicky. That's
Yeah.
just the hands just don't want to work with me.
Yeah, Alexio,
They don't want to work with anymore.
we love, especially me, because I'm a a big Gundam Wing fanboy. Yeah, we love the poses. We love the trio. Thank you so much for sending it. And
Tasty.
we look forward to more, especially me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our next kit is a custom by Adam Hammer. And if you guys remember, Adam Hammer is the one who does the like the waifus, the custom the waifus.
Oh yeah.
G
Oh,
Gundam.
interesting. You did a quintesson.
No, this is a fucking quintesson.
So this
Yes,
is
Yeah,
it's
that's a quintesson.
So this is
I love it.
Find you innocent.
This is a 3D printed quintesson model kit. The kit was
Hey.
by Toy Maker 3D. The tentacles have wires, so they're fully flexible, and I did touch up paint after I printed it to make it cartoon accurate. The core is made up of 3 parts, so it also has a full rotation, and there's a studio. Oh, and there's another picture of it with a studio series, Shardicon and Figurize Mjolnir for scale, which we'll get to. But this is 3D printed, which is absolutely
Yeah. Okay. So if
insane.
the tentacles have wires running through them, I have to wonder
And
how
he
many parts are they?
He made all the faces
Every
so
segment-
fucking accurate
Yeah.
too.
Every segment
Really
could
good.
be one part.
Every
The-
second, yeah.
These are basically the quintessons from the movie.
And season
I mean-
3.
On 3D printing, that's like my whole thing. That's how that's my job. The only thing I'm really curious about whether this is resin or normal plastic. That's what I want to know. Because it could be both. And it's just really good.
Could you not tell by looking at it? Is it hard to differentiate?
It's
So
really hard to show the difference after it's cured.
it's not that it's hard to tell the difference. It's more that at a certain fidelity
that
point
thing's
for
big.
a plastic printer,
Yeah.
they are good enough that unless you have it in hand, especially at this scale,
Yeah.
you won't be able to tell. But I think I do see a few layer lines, so this is probably FDM.
Yeah.
However,
It says PLA, I
It's
think.
PLA.
yeah, if
Apparently.
it says PLA, then it's an FDM printer.
Yeah.
But this is just, it looks really good. Plastic is great quality too, so you have to have a great printer. So that's good. And on the model, if there's enough reference material and if there's a whole movie that this thing shows up in, it's
Whole
pretty
movie and a
easy
whole
to be very
series.
accurate. It's
What-
very
like,
easy to get
What is
very
it?
accurate.
Where is it from?
It's from Transformers the movie.
Generation 1.
Transformers
They
the
debuted
movie.
in the movie.
Wait,
So, like,
and
we got
the main
reference-
villains.
Wait, the first one with Unicron?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Yes,
Uh,
Do you
They
not
were
remember
like,
the
oh,
fucking
they were
scene
supposed
with
to
the
be a-
court?
No,
basically
I
they
don't.
go to the world where the quintesons are, and these are what they call the judges, who have these multiple
Oh.
faces.
One of these.
Yeah, no, and
And
then
they became the main-
season 3 revealed. Oh yeah, by the way, they built the Cybertronians.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is a stupid thing that no one acknowledges.
Yeah,
but
or they
wow.
try to work around it. But I
Uh,
like the more
Everyone
modern
likes the
retelling
more
that
common.
quintessence.
yeah.
The quintessence are the Transformers idiot cousins.
The
They're
detail
still a
is
great
just,
job for a
is just
3D
awesome
print
on
work,
this.
man.
Though. The fact that it's 3D printed from scratch.
Oh
is-
yeah, the fact that the
is-
heads
yeah.
spin.
Oh my god.
Oh, hello there.
We saw that one last time.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so nice. Yeah, Adam. Wow.
Eridos says it's plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's PLA.
PLA.
It's PLA.
Thank you so much for sending it. Again, it's always
was really
it's
good.
always a pleasure to see what you bring to the table and send us. Thank you so much. The next kit is from sent to me by Twitter. It's at AnimePunk89.
Okay, so that's a Galbadi, but what kind?
Kit's used is the Gabaldi beta for the base, the Jagdaga for the backpack. The weapon is 3D printed beam submachine gun, as depicted used by the Gira Zulu in Gundam narrative. The paints used is the SMS Camo Black, the SMS Foliage Green, and the SMS Jade Green palette. Let's see if I can just get a.
It's a very nice shade.
Oh, it's a sleeves. It's a sleeves.
Sleeves
suit.
go
It's a sleeves
baldy
machine, but it
beta.
doesn't look as bad as a sleeves machine.
It's
Doesn't look as gaudy.
It's definitely high grade kit bash for sure.
Oh, and it's just been destroyed by the frickin'.
By the what? By the what? Huh?
You know exactly what.
No.
The backpack?
No, it's not been destroyed by the backpack.
No.
It was destroyed at Torriton Base by everyone's favorite, the Custom.
I forgot.
Oh,
Violent.
Violent Custom.
I like the shields.
Yeah.
Shields are nice.
Cute
The
little
shield don't look nice. Usually it has 2 missiles under it. Like
It gives me a feeling of like a grunt suit version of a Banshee, and I like that.
I mean, it was made to be a grunt suit.
I like
yeah.
the way it looks. There's something about it. I don't know. I like the bulkiness. It looks bulky. I love the head. Is really, really nice. Colors, they look really, really smooth and they mesh well. Very well done. Very well done. I mean, I'm a big Xeon fan, so sleeves and
I mean, that's not a Xeon suit though.
well, it's
originally
the
Titan
aspirations, right? So like sleeves, Xeon, it's just
It was used by the Titans.
Some Titans ended up joining some Neo Xeon.
yeah.
Yeah, they were never in space noise. They just wanted to step on people.
Fair enough.
No,
Fair,
fascism is not fair enough.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Most people who led Xeon were.
It's all fair in
assholes,
game
so.
and love and war in the Gundam universe. Okay.
No.
There is no love. There is only war. You want love? Go talk to Force. You can't. She's dead.
Oh,
Why are we heading into bloody Warhammer territory
Oh,
here?
God.
Calm
Oh,
down.
The next suit is by Fred Rex 00. This is the Barbatos. The whole kit was airbrushed minus the top coat, which was rattle canned. Paints used was Mr. Color, Primer 1200, Wine Red, Clear Red, Plate Silver, Mobile Suit Blue, Orange Yellow, Character White, Green Burnt Iron, Mr. Topcoat Super Gloss, Allocated, Gloss Black Primer, and Tamiya Panel Liner.
I was about to ask,
Wow.
what is this? It's a high. It's a high grade. I can see the polycap neck.
I believe
Oh,
it's.
yeah.
I believe it's
Also-
high grade.
That's a high grade.
Those shoulders remind me of the Doom wall textures.
They look very nice.
It is super.
Oh
well
yeah,
painted.
no, like
I love the
it's
gradient.
super well
from the yellow to
painted. The
orange.
gradient.
Yeah, I can clearly see all the paint. Dear God, the amount of paint on this thing.
Wow.
They pretty much.
This thing is not going to be floppy anytime soon.
Yeah, it's says that pretty much did the standard color scheme with a few of my own touches. For the red parts, I did a layer of wine red and 2 layers of clear red to make a clear moody red for those parts. For the vents, the yellow parts, I used a base coat of orange and then went over the clear with clear red so that it makes it look more heated metal, which it is. Finally, I just went with the yellow just until the edges of the vents, the sharp edges would just pop. And where's the picture of the shoulders? There we go. For the shoulders, I did a marble technique.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Holy hell.
Wow.
So if you want to know how he did it, it started with the Alcad gloss. Then I did a layer of clear gloss to make it shine. Then I quickly did a really, really light layer of plate silver, but I didn't let it fully dry. By taking some clear cling wrap, I wrapped the part of it. Then I pulled it off. It removes parts of the silver, but not all of it, and lets an under layer of black come through. After all, I was satisfied with the look. I did 2 or 3 layers of the clear red, and the top coat with the gloss. The rest of the kit was pre-shaded, so primer and the Alclad black on the edges. Then I used white to fill in, and very lightly go over the whole part. Inner frame and sword mace were done in burnt iron. Did some light masking work to paint the fingernails white, but they didn't really have anything to mask. I attempted to fix the seam lines in the forearm, but how it was designed, the kit was a nightmare to do.
I can imagine.
The results, though, are amazing.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Like,
It
I
looks
feel
really
like
good.
this kit's been built by someone who wanted the HIRM and couldn't get one, so it was like, fuck it. Give me this goddamn HG and this paint.
Yeah, this is
And he went to
absolutely
town.
insane. The painting techniques are
Oh yeah, no, like
crazy.
This
the amount of
freaking
effort,
amazing.
the amount of skill.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to bash myself a bit, but I clearly don't have the skills for this, and I want to do this.
Well, keep
Just gotta
working at
keep
it,
painting
fool.
things.
Yeah, keep working at it, man.
Keep working at it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Keep working
Well,
it.
I'm waiting until I actually have a kit to actually do that.
You could also ask at FredRex00 for some pointers as well.
If you are seriously short on
Hit me up on
kits,
Twitter,
when I
man.
retire kits, I'll send you some if you want them that bad. You can play with
This
them.
is amazing. Fred Rex, this is honestly your skills of painting and detailing is phenomenal. I love the shoulders. I think the shoulders are my favorite part. I love it. So Fred says I don't mind helping out people. I'm still learning myself. It's fantastic. It's so good.
And the community shines again.
Yes, the community shines.
Oh yeah, no.
Again. That's the one thing I like about the community is like we're all there willing to help each other and
Yeah,
one of
there's no like trade secrets. People
Yeah.
are like, if you want to learn it, I'll help you.
and this is kind of one of my goals when I started doing community builds is that people would come on and they'd be like, oh, how did he do this or how did she do this, and it would just people would be always willing to help out each other. Glad that I could show this off. And
I mean, I'll teach you guys how to 3D model if you want.
Well, let me go get a printer.
Oh wait.
I may have access to a printer, but it's also never worked right. So
But I can fix that too.
I don't have
we're
room.
gonna see if we
Try,
can.
I've had to do enough troubleshooting with my own 3D printers.
But this is a top class job, man. Like,
Yeah.
I would actually want this on my desk. And then you just go back to my boring stuff.
And then we have the next kit. Thank you, Fred Rex.
Yes.
This is by one of our
This
podcast
is a Master Grade
members.
Rouge.
By Mr.
Striker.
Fluffmeister V. Fluffy. Take over.
This
Oh, yeah,
is one of
so
my
fluffy.
favorite seed kits, and I'm never gonna build another strike because I love this thing.
The Strike Rouge?
Also, yes, I love the Strike Rouge. I don't know, it's the color. I don't know why.
The
I always
Strike
thought it
Rouge
was-
is delicious.
I always thought the color of a Strike Rouge was kind of gaudy.
I don't know. It just makes to me it just screams Strike Gundam, Char Custom.
It just screams
Well-
Strike Custom literally made for
I
his
like
sister.
the backpack.
Let's
The
the
backpack
backpack
is a
gives me
big
X-Wing
fun part
vibes.
of this kit.
I want to hear
The
what
backpack is nice though.
I want to hear Fluffy V tell us about his kit here.
Yeah, like the reason I put this up, and there'll be another strike next week, but I'm not going to spoiler it what's coming up next week. But this one I put up because this is one of my very early builds into the strikes, and I was like, I wanted something different from what I was building, like my Thunderbolts, my Heavy Arms. I was like, what does Strike have out there? And I don't see enough of these kits out there. Like, you've got the Perfect Grade Rouge, doesn't have all these missile ornaments and everything on it. This thing comes with swords, missiles, guns, giant nuclear-looking missile on the shoulder, which is just basically a ballistic warhead. Everything came from the box, including the stand. And it only cost me about... This comes as a whole master grade kit, and it was only $75.
I should
Like,
probably
for
take some pics
everything
of
you get
of
in
my
this,
Rouge
not-
to bring her back down.
Yeah, none of this comes like from anywhere else. This is all in its own box, and it was really enjoyable. And to this day, It doesn't suffer any loosey-goosey parts. They're very, very versatile in the joints. I've just basically got a flight mode combat stance here with it on the stand. It all works, and I haven't had to panel line it or anything. This is out the box, just enjoyable. I do want to add a few decals in the future.
Yep.
But all of this is straight from the box and from the manual. And if
I've
you can
got
get your
mine in
hands on
the
one of these,
strike
get
pose.
one.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, these are just great fun. Strike Rouge MGs, if you can get one, definitely get one, man, because they're a treat to build.
I would
Oh,
get
yes,
one, but
they
I'd
are.
have to replace all that pink.
Why?
But that's the
Well,
thing,
that's what
though. The
makes
pink isn't bright neon pink. It's a very dull wine red pink, and it's very
Yeah,
delicious.
It's not
on the
bright
kit.
pink. It's just more of a.
Maybe
I'll
it's just
say
the
rouge,
light
but-
reflecting off it that makes it look very light.
I mean, I did make sure there was sun reflection on this, but yeah, when it
Yeah.
stood there in standard lighting, it's wine red. It's not neon pink. It's wine red.
Yeah, the only like really big pink is like that the middle section and the V fin, but other than that, like the red parts are more like a
Yeah, it's wine red. It really is. up
wine
close
red. I was
wine
about to
red.
say it's maroon.
Maroon works. Yeah.
Did it was Kigali that piloted this, right?
Yes, Kigali.
Yes.
It was a very annoying blonde chick, yes.
Wow.
But the main thing
Better
is like
seed
the
haters.
backpack
Better
gives
than-
you a lot.
She's better than
She yells way too much.
I'm a tomboy guy.
Fluffy.
But
So am
I
I,
will
and I
have-
don't like her.
Fluffy. Can you do a shameless? Plug-in?
I'll do the plug in a second, but I will point out that I have got another strike coming next week, which has even more firepower than this thing.
Wait, which
So I
strike
promise
is
you
it?
next
perfect,
week.
right?
No, no, we're leaving it as a
we'll
secret.
see it next week.
We're leaving it as
Oh,
a
okay.
secret, but you're going to see more firepower than even this has.
Okay.
And it's such a rare kit to see. But yeah, plug wise, if you want to see me build things like this, I'm on every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday on Twitch, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Central onwards. You want to enjoy it? Come along and enjoy it. I'm always there. It's V the Gunpla Fluffy or V Fluff on Twitter. Come check it out. Come hang out and have a laugh. I'm a very chill guy. And I definitely love the Gunpla community.
Thank you, Fluffy. I really appreciate.
And yes, that sword does actually come in the kit as well. I want to throw that out there. That's not
I'm
from
curious,
another
like,
kit. Everything
there-
is in the same box with this kit. Everything.
I have a question about the sword, by the way. Like, is there a wire or a beam effect or something that you run along the end?
Yeah,
it
there's
is
a beam effect.
piece of color plastic. Yeah, there is
It
a
just
beam
has
effect.
so much that I wasn't expecting because the original Strike Rouge does not have any of this, but dear God, does this one have so
But that's
much?
the main thing I was pointing out, that the perfect grade doesn't even have all of this extra kit. The
Oh,
master grade is where you get everything, like the missiles, the extra pull out. They look like blades, but they're actually pull out beam rifles, like the Freedom Strike. And everything of this is in the same box. If you can get a master grade Strike Rouge, treat yourself because you will have so much fun with this kit.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
I know I should be selling Gunpla, shouldn't I?
Could be.
I mean, you make pretty good marketing for them.
The next kit is a little bit different from the Gunpla.
Ooh,
This is
yeah.
high grade rare earth. Wait, no, Motoroid.
This is the Magic Knight Ray Earth, and I was first
Oh, Magic Knights are
introduced.
fun, man. These are fun.
I
kits.
was first introduced to kind of Magic Knights by Super Robot Wars 30, and
As was I. Bought the DVD set.
This
Good show.
This kit looks absolutely phenomenal. Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's real
don't know
nice.
if those fire effects come with it, but
I think the back ones do. I'm not sure if the ground ones do, but this is by Velnak, who showed us I think it was the Gun Buster last week.
wait, well, there was a Gunbuster?
Background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last week you missed it.
Yeah,
And this is Velnak's Magic Knight Ray Earth. So
I will say though, the head does make me think it's a Digimon.
Really,
I
the
like
head,
all the
not the
fire
big ass claw arm.
I was about to say.
I
the
mean,
claw
it's a
maybe
bit of both.
Digimon.
The fun part is the claw arm. It kind of looks like the Black Wargremon's one
It
that
does,
my
it
wife
does.
recently
Ooh, I see a
built.
Gitter
But
in the
it's good.
background.
It's fun. I like it.
I
no,
love the
I
do like this
Oh, that's the
design.
Emperor.
I love all the Rune God designs from Rare Earth.
It's a very nice design.
Yeah, very very well done, very well built. I love the pose.
Like-
I love the flames.
Like this is what a magic mech should look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Valnek, if you have the other two, please
Or the combined form.
or the combined form, please send me the pics so I could post them. I love
Mhm.
this kit. Looks amazing. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, it looks really good. And I know Motoroids tend to require more paint than Gunpla, but this one still looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks. Thank you so much for letting us take a look. So this next kit is sent by the HOD. It's basically the 1144 Zadra Gundam, and the theme of it is painted in the Iron Man color.
I figured it was Iron Man.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Nice.
Or
I like an Iron Man Gunpla.
Even the stand matches up.
but a little bit more pictures here. The painting is absolutely flawless. Like the
Good work
detail-
on the smoke.
and the diorama and the smoke.
Yeah, let's say I was trying to figure out which mark it is, and I think that one's the Mark 42, right?
I think so.
Because I think that's the paint. Because I think if that's the paint scheme they were matching, they nailed it perfectly.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
He,
Just the fact he's got the
Great.
gold and red.
Exact
direction,
right
yeah.
shade of gold and red.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It looks so
Not that glossy
so
red,
good.
especially.
So good. I like how like just with basically simple cotton, it like do a nice like a little effect like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you have to do is yeah. You're
But
really good with
it's
this.
different. I like different, and thumbs up for that.
Yeah,
big
they
thumbs
did
up.
really good with the
Willing to make
paint.
a mobile suit. would
They
be
did really
nice.
good with the painting.
Yeah, it's flawless. It looks so good. Yeah, Hod, this yeah, he wanted his own Iron Legion, he says. Yeah, amazing.
It's like the Hulkbuster, but Gundam-fied. I
It's
like it.
Gundam, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, no, what would the Hulk bunch be? The fucking Titus?
I mean, this would be.
Be the fucking
I guess
Hulk.
this is the Phoenix Buster.
Whatever it is,
I could see
and then
that.
there's like the
The
detailing.
Barbados Buster.
Is it a 40k man down ship?
Oh yeah, that is
Yes.
a 40k because that's the Aquila on the side. I can see that double-headed.
Huh.
That
Huh.
actually looks phenomenally
Boy
painted
ain't
as
taking
well.
no shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know that much about 40k. All I know is that symbol.
Again, the Hod, thank you so much for sending it. It looks phenomenal. If you got more stuff in the wing, please send it. Great job. And the next kit is also kind of a shiny boy. And maybe we have our own podcast member, Medic. That
Oh, it's so
can-
cute.
Oh
that can
wow!
talk about
Oh
it.
wow.
Lol.
Medic, please.
Vulculander, right?
If
Nope,
you,
not
if
Vulculander.
you,
All right, so I bought a Knight Superior Dragon on the grounds I saw it was on sale and decided, you know what? Why the heck not? It's not like it's going to be all chrome or anything. It was all chrome.
Oh, Chrome.
Damn.
Don't get me wrong. This thing looks great when it's done. The plastic underneath is yellow, so the sprue marks don't stand out very much, and it tends to be a bit cluttered, so you don't notice them anyway.
There's a
Hmm.
lot going on in a very small space.
I just
Yes,
think
there
I
is.
didn't have a picture to show it, but the outer helmet actually comes off and reveals more of like an inner knight look to it.
Ooh, fancy.
Huh, and there's Dragon
Like
Head.
most,
I like the dragon
like
form.
most SD kits like that.
Yep. But like the inner head is specifically detailed to look like the inside of a knight's armor.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
very
cool.
nice.
Yeah, no, it has little claws and shit
my
that
knight's,
go on for dragon form.
This was in the SD Battle Alliance.
Yeah, it was one of the DLC bosses slash
Unlocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking at the DLC, I think they missed a big opportunity because like one of them had secret boss, you're fighting the Dark History Turn A. Oh, secret boss, you're fighting the ELS Quan.
Yeah.
You never get to fight the Methacorn.
Did you like this
This is a
kit?
missed
Is it
opportunity.
something that you're gonna continue to display proudly?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. it's on the shelf. It's being displayed proudly. My only real complaints are that the scabbards fall off at a moment's notice.
Oh, that sucks.
You got to get that glue on there.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's the issue. They need to come off to form the bow.
Oh,
dear.
oh,
That's not good.
Oh, that's annoying.
that's kind of
But yeah, no, they're meant to clip into little red parts that attach to the hips.
Yep.
They just don't clip in very strong. The rest is fine. Like a bit cluttered. It has the limited art movement of all SDs, but
well done. I like it. I mean, I'm a big fan of anything chromes. It looks good. Good. Medic, do you want to do a plugin?
yes. All right, so I'm still putting together what I want to do in general. Well, in general going forward, but I've been working on finding a slot for regularly streaming Gieran's Greed because that's become clear it's going to be a long runner. After last week, and every other Thursday, I've started doing a Lancer campaign with Aya and a couple other friends, and we're having a good time. We fought giant bugs.
It was a good time.
It was
I'm
a good
doing
time.
my part.
Try and give you a raid, buddy, after I finish.
Yeah, no, and good time. Last week we fought giant bugs, and it was good. It felt cinematic. I spent several turns fighting a mantis that blindsided me, tearing off one of its health bars before I just fucking picked up a Gatling gun. And you know how the Comfer got destroyed? Basically that.
Nice.
Interesting.
Sounds fun.
Thank you, Medic,
Yep.
for sending this. We look forward to more of your builds.
Thank you.
Yeah, one
I'm
more.
working on something for next week.
Perfect. This build is
Oh my,
by
right
another member podcast. Icy,
A
take it away.
Hey.
Zaku.
Ugh. Of course, it'd be
It's
the
a
week
goof.
that I have a sore throat. This is actually
no, it
this is Zaku. This is sort of a kit bash. It's the Shars Zaku 2 that came out a couple years ago. It's got like the substitute skirt that's all plastic and stuff. And I
The
did
revive.
the revive, and I did a little bit of a kit bash. I stole the shield, and because of this, I had to steal the wrist from the Goof Custom high grade and carve it out to fit onto that wrist, which is really tough to do because since this has a really posable forearm, it's very loose at times.
I've
Then
noticed.
I stole the weapon pack from the real grade Johnny Raiden Zaku to give him some extra firepower
Oh.
there.
So what?
And then-
That's a
Regret
giant
that.
bazooka, right?
That's the equipment pack that comes with the real grade Zaku 2 high mobility type.
I should show off my Brotherhood of Steel Zaku.
This
And then-
guy's so heavily armed, he's going to explode the moment he pulls the trigger.
Pretty much, yeah. And then I'm a rattle can painter, so this is all except for the gold. That's all markers. Everything else,
Nothing wrong with rattle cans, man.
yeah,
Great
that's
job,
that's
Phil.
my bread and butter. It's all Tamiya matte black. It's like a desert sand, I think it's called, or something like that, for the yellowish color, and then obviously gold markering to have the piping on the piping, and the eye there is also literally drew that on. I didn't put a sticker there.
Very tasty.
I think this is one of my favorite poses,
Yeah, and you pose it right, and he actually holds the Gatling up properly.
which is
Ooh,
amazing
nice.
because there's not a lot of kits that actually can hold their weapons properly.
I will say
Yeah.
though, the
Not even its weapon.
I'll
The-
have
the-
to. You should like DM me something like what you did with the Gatling, because I wanted to do that with my Brotherhood of Steel Zaku, but for some reason it just won't hold on.
Yeah, basically for that, what I had to do is for that pose, I had like I said, it has like that really mobile forearm for like a lot more flexibility. I had to basically, as far as I could, shove that in there, and then just thankfully the arm joint or the shoulder joint is really solid on the Zaku 2 Revive. It's really solid, and so it was able to hold that. And the elbow joint, same thing, super solid. It was just a matter of getting that wrist to cooperate with me.
I might have a little bit more luck with my mine because it's the Origin Zaku, so it doesn't have that weird little wrist.
Yeah, I would say for
Yeah.
something like that, definitely get the. But you, like I said, for the Goof custom, you have to take the wrist from the Goof because that's the only thing that's going to attach to the Gatling shield, and then you have to like do a lot of carving out because it's a circle to a square, and they don't line up properly if you don't.
Yeah.
It's still amazingly
that'll-
fun.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun to do because
It's going to be hilarious when he
originally
pulls
going to
the
be part
trigger,
of it.
though.
It really, yeah. That's kind of what I wanted to. It's like, because I gave it like I like giving my stuff fun names sometimes too. So I'm trying to remember what I gave this. Let me check real quick.
You
I
should
called
call
it.
the paint and sprayer.
I called it the Zaku 2 IC Custom Final Assault version.
Nice.
Nice.
Just like
Mine
I'm
is
a
a
big fan
high
of the dude from IBO who does like the super weird names, stupid names for everything. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's my thing now on my custom.
Wait.
Great job, man.
The Ryusei Go guy.
The Ryusei.
Oh,
Fantastic job.
I was going to ask if you were talking about shit like the Guisian Reback Full City.
I do like that too a lot though.
That's named after coffee.
Full city.
Yeah.
You want to do a selfless plug?
Sure. I'm IC. I stream my builds on the weekends, like super late at night, New York time. I'm always after midnight because it's when I get off work. And I do weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I'm actually starting to do more gaming now. I finally have a capture card, and my computer is not crap, so I could do gaming a little bit, but it's still mostly building.
Thank you so much for
Like to hear
sending it.
building.
I'm
back into building
actually excited for the next episode. I see some really awesome builds that I really want to show off. Look forward to that. Well, the next build is
Right, I will actually have to run off and set off my own stuff. So,
Okay.
love all you guys. Love the builds. Keep them up, folks.
Fortunately, I also
you,
have to
V.
head out.
Okay.
I'll be back next week. Yeah, don't forget to do a raid if you can actually remember.
I'll try and remember.
You always forget to do that
I
for people
always
like
do.
us that are on.
I always do.
Yeah.
Lots of love to you
See
guys. Have a good one.
Yeah,
Carry on.
see ya.
Right,
Yeah,
see you later, V.
everyone have a good day.
The,
See you,
uh,
guys.
the-
See ya, Icy.
The next kit is by Frisky Walrus. You guys know what this kit is?
Nope. I have no idea.
That's the
something
Infinite
Athlon
Justice.
use.
It's the
I don't know.
Infinite
All these
Justice.
machines look the same to me.
They do pretty much. I mean, it goes from the
that's
ages.
the Justice.
Yeah, that's the Justice.
Is it the Infinite Justice or just?
It's
I
just
think
the Justice right now. Because, well, actually, I think it's the Infinite Justice because it has that stupid beams on his legs.
Yeah, no, because that was only on the last. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab some snacks because I'm fucking starving. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the Justice.
I have no experience with Freedom.
It's the Infinite. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I
right.
think it's the Infinite. It
Okay, yeah.
It looks great. I'm not like just personally. It is the Infinite. Yeah, it is the Infinite Justice. Personally, I'm not crazy about the Seed Destiny kits, but this is a wonderful job that you've done, Frisky Walrus. It looks great.
No matter what we think of the kits, they always do a great job at making them.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the
Or
poses. I love the poses. I do find that the beam like the beam leg, I don't know, like the beam saber leg is really unique to the kit though. I don't think I've ever seen that on anything
it
else.
works
It's
for a
to make
sharp
like
clone.
beam kicks. It looks so fucking silly.
I mean, I think
can
that's exactly
understand it,
one
though.
thing that had something similar: the Double O Diver.
The Double O Diver had that?
I think I
because it
don't
was
remember.
built
The
from
upgraded
from a
version
bunch-
did because he played soccer and shit.
Oh,
That's stupid.
Most of what came out of Divers was stupid. Yes.
But
Well, it goes without saying, Re-Rise was better.
you're right.
Realize
Like,
was a lot better, but that's beside the point.
I mean, the
Yeah.
only thing good that I remember coming out of Divers was the Astray No Name.
Everyone loved the Astray No Name. Like it really backfired on them making their villain the guy who's like, "Oh, the old series is better," and then the rest of the fans were like, "He has the best fight in the series," and he's 100% right.
Yeah,
But yeah, Frisky, great job with the kit. It looks amazing. It definitely has the shelf presence with the pose and the backpack.
Definitely.
We definitely look forward to seeing more of your kits. Thank you so much for sending it. Next aspect of the show, do you guys want to do G Witch or do you want to do the cool wall
Let's go
first?
G-Witch.
Let's get
I'm fine with
out of
either.
the way.
I'm fine with either.
Okay. I only have two suits today for the wall.
Yeah, let's do the cool wall at the end then.
You want to do the cool wall at the end? Okay.
I need to see how we'll have to react to what you put last week, and I'm going to be annoyed if the Doctorus is anywhere above the halfway point.
Okay, so we're gonna start talking about the episode 19 of G-Witch, and I think there's no better kind of screenshot to start it off with.
Yes, I remember this. The
Oh,
Twitter comments to this
I
were
saw that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
The best part is,
Oh my god!
Why?
the best part is,
Why?
the best part is, half the Twitter
Listen.
people were fucking horny over it. The other half were like, "Why the fuck is this a Gundam?"
I was the part where it's like, what the
I mean-
fuck is this?
I mean, this kind of stuff happens every once in a while in Gundam. It's fan service.
Yeah,
It's-
no, like
it's
never
fan
forget
service.
what happened between Amuro and Sayla in the original novelization.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is
The
pretty. I mean,
novelization,
she's
though.
pretty much the fan service.
The
character. She's the
novelization
one-
was written by Tomino, damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's pretty much the fan service character. She's the character with the
She
light
is.
skin, with the white hair, who always has her jacket open just around her
It's
breasts.
so weird.
I mean,
To me, it's just kind of weird because, like, aren't they all like teenagers? I don't know. That kind of just kind of
Yeah.
it's
You're
for
asking
me-
Japan.
She'd better be 18. That's
I
all
have
I'm
no-
saying,
I
'cause
don't-
If she's
I don't-
younger, I'm just gonna be like,
I don't
I'm just
think
gonna be
they
mad.
just from
and
I don't
not
know.
for horny reasons.
It's
I'm
just
just gonna be
weird.
mad that she. I
Anyway,
But the
Besides this
one
point.
thing that I find it like strange in this series though, they seem to really like hate on the male characters of the show. Like it's very like the female characters tend to shine more. I find like Ghoul's kind of been beat down. Shadiq's just kind of like a crazy serpent.
Shadiq's
sinister
just a dick.
dick.
Okay, Shadiq's just natural, but you said, how dare you talk shit about Ghoul?
Ghoul's
Ghoul
doing
actually
great.
got the most.
I mean,
I
I'm
will
just saying
say-
in the beginning, it got beat down. All the D-lister males are
I
kind of
think-
really not.
I think the reason it feels like that is because the main 3 or 4 characters who drive the plot and who are very central to, like, you know, the main 2 characters
Yeah.
are all female. Like, there's just a
Also-
huge amount of girls in the show, so they get more screen time anyway
I just
than
realized
both the protags.
I think
Go
like
ahead,
there's
Mecca.
only like 2 characters that are male that are actually very important to this plot.
Soletta doesn't drive.
Which
it.
is-
Oh, there's 3. There's 3. Guel,
this one,
Shadiq,
this one,
and
I
and
forgot
Della.
about Shadiq.
Ellen's been in a coma
I was
all
gonna
season.
Everyone
say
knows about
are everyone's favorite clone.
Oh, Ellen. Ellen, yeah, Ellen
Ellen's
is
been in
also
a,
there.
been
Ellen's
locked in a box
pretty-
for half the season.
But yeah, I think the reason
yeah.
that is just because all the main characters, which is, you know, Prospera, Soletta, and Mio, they're all girls.
Yeah.
So you get a lot
that.
more girl power moments.
But even in the Earth House, like the females seem to even have more of a presence than the males.
well, that's because Chuchu has huge hair.
Oh,
well,
Yeah,
because-
no,
Go ahead.
Choo Choo and Neef are really the only relevant members of Earth House, I regret to say.
Chuchu and who?
yeah.
Nika.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nika.
Well, there's
So
that,
there's
that
another
the bigger
2
girl, Lalika, whatever her name is, Lilica. Oh,
Yeah,
that-
but she's not that important either.
No.
yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought this like was a weird kind of scene, but you know,
I mean,
It was kind of weird.
I mean,
It's
you're not
weird,
wrong.
but then
It
again,
is
she's also a weird girl. So what do you expect, honestly?
Yeah.
yeah, no, she's apparently the school therapist, and this is how she does her goddamn therapy.
really
I guess.
so
I
strange.
don't
Messed up
fucking know.
therapy, let's go.
Like, exploring horny.
I don't fucking know.
We have Dr. Winston here, basically
Lamar.
being interrogated by is this the what do they call them? The Earth Assembly League, the Space League?
No, they're not even the Assembly League. They're like something in between. They're basically
like the
people.
CIA.
Or like the
Yeah, they're
Space
basically the
FBI or
CIA.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
okay.
That's
No,
what
like-
they're. That's what they are.
For investigating people, and like, it's confusing because like the whole Space Assembly League or whatever got mentioned in the prologue and hasn't been brought up once in favor of the Bennett group.
Yeah, it's brought up, I think, in this episode or the next episode. I can't remember. But
It's brought up
only
in this
important
episode,
detail-
and it comes up in the next
Yeah,
episode when.
The
Yeah.
only important detail about them is they nationalized Ox Earth
Yeah.
and presumably shut it down during the prologue.
So the
Yes.
so the space FBI here is kind of basically trying to get Dr. Winston basically as an informant, because they're like, we got you. We kind of know what you did, and we need
have dirt.
all the info from you.
We have dirt.
Yeah, exactly. And then she tries to like walk off like nothing, and then her
And
partner
they're
is
like,
like,
no, you can't leave.
sit you
No,
out,
you can't
sit you
leave.
out, down."
No. No, this is space FBI. We're being polite about it. That doesn't mean you can leave.
Yeah, it's like sit you
Yeah,
out.
we're being polite. That
That's
doesn't
funny.
mean that you can leave.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
under arrest.
Which
No,
Also,
you
I found
have
it funny
done
when
a lot of
she
shit,
says-
Miss Winston.
yeah.
I will say
I
she-
am
I-
so
okay.
happy that she is basically getting fucked, because I think like people say Prospera is, a really bad person. People don't
No,
understand
so bad.
how big of a body count Dr. Winston probably has. And I'm
Probably
I think
not
they're
just
both
Prospera,
terrible.
but
I think
A
they're
lot
both
more than
terrible.
anyone else in this show who's not named Delling or in the military.
yeah. Sorry,
I just think they're both
I think
awful
I interrupted.
people.
I interrupted somebody. Sorry. Who was talking before?
Hmm?
Was it Kai?
Uh-uh.
No. All right.
I was gonna say I found it funny when Winston tried to leave, and the investigator later was like, "I really did want to have a girls' night out," meaning she was trying to be nice. She was
Yeah.
legitimately just trying to just keep things chill, and then Winston had to just blow up like that. I was just like,
Yeah.
I think it's
I
really
tried
interesting
being civil.
how Winston and Prospera kind of are the same two sides of one coin.
Yeah.
Winston's just trying to survive by any means possible,
Yeah.
while Prospera is trying to take revenge by any means possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both horrible.
Yeah, no.
They're both horrible. However, Prospera is, I would say, at least from what we know so far, apart from cloning children and then turning the children into gun bits, she's probably a more has gone about her things more humanely than Winston, who supposedly took already
Yeah.
grown-up kids,
I-
and then experimented on them.
I'm sorry to say, but that's a really low bar.
I think with
Like-
Prospera, it's something that like if you read like what like we saw and read what happened to her, like what she's doing is like you can understand like
It's
why
like, okay,
it's
that's
happening. And then with like Dr. Winston, it's like she had like the thing where it's like, okay, I could either run away or I could start like experimenting on kids and probably killing them and like be part of this.
And then she experimented on kids.
Well, that's the thing.
Killed
She was
them.
never even part of Vanadis, so she just kind of started doing this out of like, oh, the witches were cool, but I want to carry on their legacy.
Yeah,
but
it's just, I have
I heard somebody say that. Well, I read an analysis that was basically just Prosper is someone who still stands up for her beliefs. Belmaria is the kind of person who like says it when she's pretty sure everyone around her agrees and is willing to compromise, and but also terrified of the consequences of her actions. Whereas Prosper's like, no, fuck it. I choose the consequences of my actions.
Well,
I have that power.
way, I can see myself actually rooting for Prospera, but I
Hell yeah,
have
brother.
a hard time rooting for people who are okay with mass genocide to get revenge.
It's a hard time rooting for anyone that wants revenge and will just like,
yeah, no.
all of this is collateral damage.
Both of these people are terrible, but Prospera owns every single scene she's part of, and I want to see more of her until she dies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I want her to
That's
take off the stupid helmet though.
Keep the helmet on is important.
Stop being full frontal and be Raul Crusade. Put on a fucking Char mask, an actual Char mask.
In this episode, we have Mjolnir and Ghoul kind of like land on Earth to try and smooth things over. And I like this specific kind of like screenshot because it really shows Mjolnir's like, I wouldn't like naivety, like she just like her
Mjolnir doesn't
age.
understand the actual.
She doesn't
weight
really
of the
share her
situation.
ignorance.
Because she's like I want to like
Yeah,
talk on
ignorance.
equal terms, and he's like equal. It's just like what do you mean? Like, how are we not automatically equal? Like we're both people, And it's
It
just like
reminds me of,
because
like,
you're
that scene
Spacians and Yeah.
Remember of that scene early on in IBO where Kudelia is trying to explain what a handshake is to Mika?
Yeah, weird.
But it feels a bit more forced.
I think it's the reason it's like this is because why they're also like confused by that fact is because Mjolnir is basically the representative of this massive company who's basically been more or less at fault for fucking up Earth for probably 21 years at that point.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she's
yeah.
suddenly showing up. She's like, "Hey guys, you want to just like talk and figure this out?" And they're like, "Usually you guys show up and you just blow shit up and then you leave.
Yeah.
What is
Oh, yeah,
this?"
I can understand.
Like what?
how-
They obviously are not going to trust this.
It was almost, I feel like it's almost a bit of an insult because she's insinuating like that they weren't on equal terms. So it's like, I'm
they
coming to
definitely-
you and I want to talk on
this-
equal terms. It's like they weren't,
this
and
makes
he's like
sense.
equal, eh? Like it's almost like an insult.
Well,
Yeah, I can see that because there's been some things I've noticed on my own. Like this shows Mjolnir wants to think that everyone can just talk like a normal human being, but on Earth, the Spacenoids, whatever, the Spacians, their only language that the Earthlians know is they come up in mobile suits and just shoot.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no other. So there's the Spacian who comes down and wants to talk, and nobody wants to trust her.
Well, yeah, because they are like,
He's
what
Stelling's
the
daughter.
what is this
Yeah.
fucking shit you're trying now?
Plus the fact that
Excuse
she's
me?
16 years old.
Yeah, and then there's that part. It's just like you're 16.
Well, no,
don't
she's
wanna
17 now.
No,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not.
No,
She's not
different.
17 because in the episode before, Soletta was talking about how, oh, Mjolnir, when you turn 17 in like a few months or whatever, your birthday, we can get married or something like that.
A few days.
she's-
I thought that episode was her birthday, though.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I could
Either
be wrong,
way,
but I thought
she's
she's
still
still
a kid.
16.
Listen, the point is,
Either
tragedy
way,
follows
he's still
birthday in
too
this
young.
series.
Like, I don't know anyone now like who would send a kid. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't. I understand why the Earthians are like, what the fuck? What? You know. So
What-
where's
we have
the
gray hair.
adults? Where's the adults? You know.
In
It
a
makes me
coma,
think of DBZ.
dead, or plotting to turn, or plotting to ruin more children's lives.
Yeah.
Honestly, as
that
long
made
as they're Spacian children, I don't think the Earthians probably give a fuck because of how fucked the Spacians have done to them.
Yeah.
I need an adult. I am an adult.
Yeah. The next kind of scene is you know, for
Stella and
Noria.
Loretta.
Noria's kind of is losing her shit. She's grieving over the loss of her best friend, you know, and just kind of what's happening to her, and she kind of just like finally snapped. And Elan's
Because of
basically
what Prospero did.
trying to like take control, but at the same time like comfort her. Like he
Elon is trying to calm her down
Yeah.
because she's basically having a panic attack.
Exactly. And
Basically.
again, Twitter like is freaking weird. There's like a lot of posts of like how people trying to sexualize this, and it was just kind of like, again, really weird
Oh.
stuff. But
He's just trying to
Is
keep her
Zoria-
from literally hurting
Yeah.
herself. He's trying to stop
Yeah,
her from.
no, like
It's
these are
it's a
two
really-
people who
Go
these
ahead,
are like
go.
the only two people who share the experience right now of
yes,
we're gonna
Everything's
die.
fucked up.
Is
Everything is
Like,
fucked up.
yeah,
It's like
The
one of
more
those
we
things-
try to fight, the faster we die.
yes,
It's more of
Yeah.
those. It's one of those things where it's like these are the only two people who can properly understand what each other is going
We
through.
I
we
think
signed away our lives.
the nicest part about this is that it perfectly parallels the human debris from IBO. Because
yeah, I
that's
was gonna
basically
mention
what
that.
these kids are. They
gonna
are
mention-
literally human debris.
yeah,
Yeah,
Locust.
And it's the
bang on.
same with the people who were fighting for the terrorists.
Yep.
Less bad, but it's still like everybody on Earth is basically being treated like human debris.
Yep.
Like they have all that fancy shit, but everybody who's an Urshian is basically just we can throw you away. Nobody cares.
Yeah. I like the fact that we see I don't think it's like character development. I think we're just seeing like kind of really the inner innermost of Eland 5 is like, you know, in the earlier season, he was kind of like a playboy, kind of creepy, cringe, but
but now he's suddenly he's a person.
He's
There's
actually a person. Yeah, there's a
there.
person in there, and
he finally met someone who actually knows what he's going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this development of him.
I will say this helped me kind of just understand where Elan 5 is coming from.
Yeah.
Everything he's done has been an act.
Yeah.
He meant literally nothing of it.
And I like how G-Witch can do that, you know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
fantastic.
It's definitely interesting that
you hate this character for almost the entire time that they're there, and suddenly you're like,
oh my god,
I feel you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Why do you toy with
one.
my
That will not
emotions?
happen to Shadiq. By the way, that will not happen to Shadiq.
For me, it's already happened. to
Shit,
Shadiq.
I want him to pay.
I want Shadiq to die.
Shadiq, for
Well,
all of his good intentions,
we'll get to Shadiq.
the dumbest plan. He's just going to get a
Hold
bunch
on.
of people killed
We'll get to
and
Shadiq.
ask where the hell everything went wrong while claiming that he didn't do anything wrong.
We'll get to Shadiq. We go back.
We're getting to Shadiq later.
Yeah, we go back to basically, you know, Mjolnir trying to convince, you know, Earth that, you know, look, we've changed. You know, we want to help Earth. We're developing this technology. It can help a lot of people here on Earth, especially on Earth, because it's like war torn and we fucked y'all up and stuff like that. And they're trying to just, like, come to terms. But yeah, go ahead.
It's funny because the whole point behind Gund was to help humanity move beyond Earth and create prosthetics and shit that would allow humanity to live outside of Earth. And I was like, we're bringing Gund to save people on Earth.
Because we fucked you up.
Way down by gravity.
All I could think is they're gonna say pull the other one.
Yeah. But it's really funny because I don't remember, I think it was Lamp from Mercury who said this, or Ezra on Twitter, that Mjolnir is the only person connected to Gund who is doing what, I don't remember what her name was, the doctor who raised Prospera and saved her life, actually wants Gund to be used for. She's the only one.
She's the only one who's doing the original plan.
Doesn't sound like a Lamb thing, but that sounds like something she might say.
It's like Prospera's out here plotting revenge, cloning children, making mobile suits that kill people with a gun field. Whatever is left of, you know, Earth or whoever is still building the war machines that kill people. And Mjolnir is here like, look at my cute gun legs.
These were built by Earthians.
Well, that was initially Prospera's plan until like someone came in and basically killed everyone. Delling.
You
know.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was 21 years ago.
But
that's not Prospera, that's Elnora.
Yeah. So I agree with that. But anyways, like the talks seem to be going well. They made some headway. They want to see her be basically elected first, and then they'll talk. So then
mom happens.
It seems like a pretty good note. Then we get into Soletta scrounging, you know, for some.
I do actually love, like, someone made an animation of her like as a raccoon, literally taking things out of the fridge and then running away.
She made her transition into a full tanuki.
Yeah, no, like she's pretty much just done. She lives in her bed now.
Yeah, I like her hair.
I mean, I've been there.
The fridge.
I think everybody's been there some days, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day that you learn that you get.
I kind of want to be there right now.
Existential crisis she just got.
Yeah.
Not a depression or anything.
Like, existential crises is my thing.
Yeah.
But once you learn that you're a purpose-built clone to pilot a mobile suit that is
doesn't need you anymore.
Well.
You don't need that anymore.
Sure,
one girl
that can cross your mind at this point, rather than everyone I love has betrayed.
Yes, exactly. That happened too.
But nobody. I don't think anyone calls her a Tanuki in the series. No, I don't. Think.
No, they do not. It's just like the thing. It's just like the thing that everybody on Twitter and in the fandom does.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to point one thing out about G-Witch.
Yes.
There's a lot of discourse in like the Western sphere about the fact whether or not G-Witch is good. G-Witch has appeared in 5 different Japanese TV shows, mangas, and movies since it came out. It's like the biggest thing in Japan right now.
It hasn't even existed.
Yeah.
But does that mean it's
I feel
good?
like that's a bit I feel like that's a bit oversaying. I mean, because it's Gundam in general. Gundam
Yeah,
is
Gundam. It's going to be popular.
saying
Oh my
it's
goodness.
saying G-Witch is that popular. I feel like is overstating just because one, it's part of Gundam, which is gigantic in Japan.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah, it's the
they
latest
have
Gundam
two
series.
giant Gundam statues, both of which that move.
That's true.
Arif Shatra,
I'll
thank you so
say-
much for the subscription. I did not expect that during a
I'm not
podcast.
like trying to say it you're
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I'm just trying to say it like I feel like you're
No, it
overstating it a bit.
definitely has like a already has like a huge
It's
fan base. It's
quite
working out.
literally part of the legacy.
But I think that it's a lot less. Like people don't talk about whether G-Witch is popular or not in Japan, and I don't think it's even a discussion that it's just
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just weird.
We
Especially because
argue
it
over
came
whether
up.
Suletta is good, and that's about it.
we have
Yeah.
kind of like everyone still at the Earthian house, and they're trying to get like Soletta to come in and hey, join us for food. You don't need to hide. And
Just like you set up a little trap with like the little wood stick in the
yeah.
basket.
Oh my god.
So we get more of our D-listers here. I saw a lot of people commenting on the hairstyle.
Oh, I love that hair way more than the bun.
Yeah, than the bun.
Yeah.
And then I had, there was
Don't be
people
wrong. I love a good man bun.
People
Just
were
didn't
saying,
wear it
"Oh,
good.
he must."
There's no such thing.
People were saying he must be trans. I'm like, what? Just because his hair is down?
Oh my
What's
God.
going on?
People will literally say that about fucking anything.
I would
Like,
just
yeah,
ignore
we
that
just-
at this. I would
Yeah, so can we just say that his hair is down?
I would ignore these
be-
things. I would ignore these things at this point, especially
Hey,
after people
I
went
get
and
it.
said, Link is trans and Samus is trans,
Just-
and as a trans person, I'm
It's
just like, just stop,
just
please.
stop. I mean, he does. I do love his new look, though. He looks way more better than his
Well,
bun.
it looks a lot better, but
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
a normal
not
hairstyle. Like I've
I
seen it on
get
plenty of other
glaring
Gundam characters.
representation, but
I just don't like it because like when people it became like I did not comment on anything, but there's people in that like long thread being really toxic to each other and really hating on each other. And I was just like, guys, just enjoy the show.
It's like,
just
can't we just
great.
Wait,
enjoy
wait,
characters?
wait.
Why do they need to be either or the other? Why does it fucking matter?
Yeah, but
oh yeah. Are you saying that you looked at a cesspool of toxicity and didn't throw fuel on the
No,
fire for once?
I am really like trying to just change that, and I don't want to engage in that. I just want to enjoy the show.
Good.
Fair enough. I'm happy for you. You seem to
I
have
wish
gone
other
through a lot
people
of
I
press.
knew took up the same stance.
I honestly, in the beginning, guys, like I joined
I get-
some
I
heated
get-
discussions, and I got a lot of flack for it. And I was like, why do I need to like engage in that? And it's just like, no, I just want to enjoy the
Yeah.
show, and I'll just watch the burning fire of hate and anger for yourselves. But what I wanted to say
I will
is,
say-
I love,
I will say one thing about all that
Yeah.
stupid discourse. Why does it fucking matter?
Yeah. I just want to
Yeah,
say
Because of boomers.
the main reason why I have this is I love his new hairdo. Okay, just
yeah,
keep
I
it
love his hair.
down. Just keep it down.
Keep it
I love
down.
it. Yeah.
No.
Ponytail sucked.
Yeah.
It just no, I don't mean one way or the other, whether he's trans or not, it doesn't fucking matter. They're not gonna say shit about it because he's a D-list character.
In the next
On the other hand, they did post model sheets for all of these outfits.
oh, they did.
Of course they did.
I love this scene because fucking Shadiq's entire plan unravels because of a kid. Like,
Not just 'cause
It's
he's
the most topical thing.
Not just a kid. Ghoul showed a child kindness, and suddenly Shadiq's entire house of cards came down.
Because
Yeah.
okay, if you're Shadiq, there's like no way that a kid is gonna talk to a Spacian and just divulge this information. Like, let's be realistic here, right? Like, there's no way
That's
this would ever happen. Like, you would even
That's true.
think it
Most
would
Spacians
happen.
are just going. Most
Let 'em-
Spacians are just gonna be huge assholes.
Yeah, let alone
Yeah.
it being fucking Gwell and
Gwell
and
of all
goddamn
people.
Let's
commander
let's dissect this for a moment.
himself.
Shadiq had to have known that Ghoul not only was held prisoner, but was allowed to walk after
Yeah,
a point.
See,
yeah,
Here's the problem with Guel's with that.
yeah,
The terrorists, the Dawn of Fold,
yep.
aren't actually like Shadiq's thing. They are he employs them.
Yes.
But it's not like he's the boss at the top.
Correct.
Which is why they probably didn't tell him.
Yes.
And that's
Honestly,
and that's how Shadiq's
It's because
See,
he
that's the
can't
thing.
trust anybody.
He doesn't trust anybody, and he's shown that he's more than willing to use Earthians as disposable pawns. Like
Exactly.
Nori and Sophie, they were dead the moment he started employing them.
But that's because, again, it's that complex. The same thing with Prospera is like you have
I'd
to
argue it's not as
do.
complex.
You have
Shadiq just thinks he's a better guy than he is.
Sadiq thinks that sometimes you have to do bad things to do the overall good.
Okay, what part of that was putting Nika? What part of that was putting Nika in the same room as the girl who tried to murder her for a week?
She's
So
fine. But she's fine.
Here's the funny thing about Shadiq. I think
Yeah.
Shadiq is a man who needs to control everything. It needs to be at the top of everything.
He can't trust people. He's got a trust issue.
He can't, which is perfectly displayed. I don't remember. I think it's like a few panels after this.
Yeah.
When shit's going down and there's a frame of Mjolnir being on Earth, and Shadiq is like, "Gwel, you tainted her,"
Yeah.
and it just perfectly shows what a fucking I don't know what.
Yeah,
name
he
is,
doesn't
what
understand
arrogant
what
fuck he is.
He doesn't see Mio as someone capable of any agency of her own.
Mio to him is a trophy.
Yeah, but
just like everything else.
But the thing,
the
there's
girl
two
he
things
needs to
that
save.
people need to remember. One is that these are all still kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
I
not.
don't know.
He's not. His life. He hasn't like lived it yet. Okay, so he's got like what a lot of the characters suffer from is being naive, right? And
Yeah.
the
He
one
doesn't
thing,
actually see the bigger
That's
picture.
the thing.
He doesn't.
He's a war orphan.
The thing I do like about him is that he was an orphan and he has been Team Earth the entire time. And the fact that his whole plan was like once I'm adopted into this adopt an Earthian program, I'm gonna change things within and fuck shit up, and then it obviously is not going fully according to plan.
It was never going to go fully according to plan. His idea was, I'm going to give the Earthians all the guns, and then it'll be a ceasefire because no one wants to fire the first shot. And
yeah,
no,
fucking veteran group
but
is like,
but again, it's being naive.
would start firing immediately.
Honestly, that sounds like some Trace Cutronatic shit.
It's really naive. It's just being part of being a kid.
Well,
Right?
that's the thing.
also
Trace knew what he wanted and executed it perfectly.
Trace is
Shadiq, if his plan went off, everything would be on fire and he'd be running around.
Yes, yeah. Trace is a Chad on a whole nother level.
I think
Trace is
the
like, "Bitch,
good
you
thing
can't be
is it shows that Shadiq can tell his plan didn't work out, so he has to take even more drastic measures.
Yeah.
In the next episode, when he's like, I spilled, like, taking spoilers, but we're gonna talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, I spilled Earth blood and nobody gave a fuck. So now I'm going to spill Spacian blood, and I hope somebody's going to give a fuck. I don't know.
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to kill Ghoul for all of this that happened well after he
I
left.
did to myself.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
The next, they
then
find
my harem is going to fight the military and win, probably.
They find out basically the prince is Shadiq, and they're like, oh shit, like we need to get the fuck out of here, and we gotta go. So Gwel and what's his name, Kananji, they dip. They're like, bro, we gotta go. And then while that's happening, Prospera does her thing where
Prospera commits a war crime.
she hacks the tank and makes the tank fire at her.
Shoots herself.
And she's like, we've been attacked by the demonstrators. And again, it's her big ploy that she can leave because she wants to go find this. And these are all the...
Now, imagine anyone who actually saw the aerial rebuild and had enough understanding of the machine would realize instantly that bitch brought the bits.
Oh, wait, she didn't... But the bits were...
They have the bits on planet.
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
the bits on planet.
Yeah, they had the bits on planet, but then she attached them to the rebuild during her retreat.
Yes, that's true. But that was like when she was gone, though, right? Like she...
Yeah, like she was already out of there.
She was gone out of there, though. It's when she got to the base, wasn't it? Like near the base where these other
Yeah, she picked
Ilfriths
up her
are.
rifle and everything,
Yep.
And
so she could do the big cannon.
Okay, so I think me and Medic talked about this a little bit, and I'm going to be honest. I'm still a little bit confused as to why these are kind of still on Earth and like hidden.
So,
I mean, this is
I
where
can
they're being
explain it.
manufactured.
It's basically, from what I understood from the next episode on this episode,
Okay.
that somebody, probably the Assembly League, didn't actually get rid of Ocht Earth. They kept them around because here's the thing: we don't actually see the Doctor die. We see blood, but we don't actually see her dead.
Right.
And in most shows, that
Well,
means they
and
might not actually be dead.
They don't
And
even need the Doctor.
there's
These
a
models
whole-
already existed when they took the company.
Yeah.
And
They
here's
just
another
need the
thing.
blueprints.
Here's another thing: where the Ilfriths were built is not the main headquarters of Och's Earth. That's an outpost.
Right.
So we don't even know what happened there. Meaning that what probably happened is that the Space Assembly League just kept Och's Earth around, kept them building the suits for war and stuff. And Shaddiq is somehow involved with them, which is how the terrorist got the and the Thorn and the Gunvolvas.
I mean,
Prospera.
I have a different thought on that, actually.
All right,
Let me just let Lucas finish
my theory, and then you can go. But basically, Prospera figures this out after everything that happened to her, while she's already trying to figure out a way to bring Eri back to life or able to live a normal life.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right, well, while I'm doing my Quiet Zero thing, I might as well go and kill these people who are trying to use the Gundams to kill more people.
Okay. So is this her being like kind? Where like I can't let.
She's technically being good right now.
Okay. That
while
was,
being evil.
Okay. Sorry.
It's like, go ahead, Medic.
Yeah, Medic. What was your theory?
Okay, so my theory is Ox Earth approached Dawn of Fold. Well, not Ox, the Assembly Council, because for the past 21 years, this asshole named Delling set up his little kingdom and is suddenly hoarding all the power.
In space.
Yeah, no. So, like, they need someone who fucking hates Delling enough that they're willing to pilot a gun to kill him.
Yeah.
They need somewhere where Spacians aren't going to see them flagrantly breaking the law. So they go to Earth and start building Lifriths.
Yep.
And the planet, and the whole downside of, now we've armed the Spacians again, the Earthians against us, also solves itself, because by the time Delling's dead, most of their best pilots are going to be dead in the Gundams.
I think my only no, those aren't Zaku's. I think my only issue is the fact that if I'm Delling, like I'm gonna have a lot of like spies on Earth and at doing espionage.
I don't know.
How I can't put my head around that he hasn't discovered this.
I think
it's in the middle of a mountain. Well, it's in the middle of a hill in the middle of nowhere.
I think the reason why Delling doesn't know about this is because all the infighting in the Benedict group, and he's constantly occupied with keeping all his chickens in the basket and not running away or killing each other.
Yeah.
And the Benedict group, I think if I remember correctly, has a monopoly on Gund in like the permit stuff.
Yeah.
However, there is a whole Space Assembly League. We have Mars, we have Mercury, who knows, maybe we have people on Jupiter and stuff, meaning, and on Earth, and on the Moon, and there has to be thousands of companies who aren't part of the Benedict group, entire governments who aren't part of the Benedict group. So somebody making backroom deals through 3 different companies, he probably didn't even know for a while that Shinsei had proper Gundam technology with Ariel till Prospera told him, meaning the chance that the Space Assembly League pulled some shenanigans because they're basically all the way at the top, hit that they kept Ocht Earth, moved everything to Earth somewhere where Delling doesn't have any power, and just kept them there. It's very plausible.
Yeah.
Extremely plausible.
What about
just such a huge setting?
What about the Cathedra though? Wouldn't they have
Cathedra hasn't done shit for 20 years.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
true,
basically,
but like,
didn't do anything.
you figured that they would have something to do with it. In terms
Well, but they are
of
owned by Delling. So if Delling doesn't know, Cathedra
Kid
doesn't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and like
And
we've
there
seen
is-
what fucking what's happened to him. He hasn't had to put in effort. He's become fat over the 20 years, just coasting off his laurels.
Yep.
And I assume that that's a sign of what the rest of Cathedra's like too.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway, time for things to blow up in everyone's faces.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an RX-93 painted version of Ariel. I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
But Mjorne, she's realizing how foolish she was to think that she on her
I
own
did
could
this.
could change and have be everything fluffy and rainbows and stuff like that.
Nice.
No, it's just you caused a bigger problem, and this is kind of like her seeing the results of.
Sorry,
I think-
Mio, you're not Relena, you're not Kudelia.
Yeah.
I think this is great
Yeah.
because it echoes the incubation party where her dad basically tells her you're a spoiled brat, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
And suddenly and he's like he after that he basically realized, okay, but she does want to become an adult, so I'm gonna help her. But then suddenly he was gone, and that as fucked up as it might sound, that guiding hand of a father who's
Yeah.
been doing very shady and good business for a long time suddenly disappears,
I mean, this is
and she doesn't have anybody anymore.
this is the fast track of learning about what it means to be an adult in
Sucks to
that
suck, Mio, but as Delling said, he can't run away.
in their world, right? In his world, this is probably not how he wanted it to happen, but this is a fast track of pain and suffering and of knowledge.
Listen, I said it on
reason-
Twitter, and I stand by it.
Go ahead.
I am perfectly fine with the emotional damage Bat being taken to Mio if it means Suletta has an episode to rest.
Yeah. And it's also just like
Hmm.
all the characters in this are naive kids,
Yes.
which we've seen with
Who
Guel.
thought that they
so-
were going?
and-
Yeah.
So the only way to
something I-
teach them
Sorry.
is trauma.
Lots
Yeah, no,
Something I-
and
that's
lots
100%
I might have
true of
pointed it
Ghoul.
out.
of
Go ahead, Kai.
emotional
noticed, I might have
damage and
pointed out-
trauma.
Sorry.
Kai, go ahead.
Go ahead, guys.
I might have pointed out in a previous episode or not, but everyone around Sluetta are all kids who have been forced to grow up like
Yes.
too fast.
Yep.
While Sluetta is just now having the chance to be a kid.
Yeah.
And
While all the heads of the houses are they've
Kids
never
playing
had
adults.
adults. Yeah, they're playing adults, but they're kids.
They don't have.
yeah,
the
it makes me think
experience.
of this side quest, I guess, in Fallout 3 where
What? Are you talking about
sorry,
Little Lamplight or?
no, I was thinking of the Republic of Dave, where one of Dave's kids runs up to the Lone Wanderer and says, "Are you gonna play Republic with us?" I'm like, oh.
Lamau.
Lamau.
This kid
Oh,
has the
boy.
best view of what's going on, and that's scary.
Yeah. And right now, Sluetta is now getting the front row seat of in this world she wants to be a kid in. She can't be.
Well,
She has
yeah,
to
we're,
be the-
we're gonna see that real shortly because we're already on the next episode. And it
Yep.
starts off with basically Soletta in class, and she's distracted from the lesson because people are messaging her. Did
Yeah.
Mjorne kill the Earthians? And she's getting like text messages and stuff like that.
No. Technically, it was
Yes.
just a Benerick group.
Can I just
Prospero
say
didn't
this is
kill
very
anyone.
American? It's very
It is
American. Like, big thing happened. Big terrorist thing happened. Go back to school.
Go back to school.
Go back to school.
I mean, it's
there's
the
probably
same thing with-
there's probably no more kids with guns.
Well, I mean, if I'm not gonna look, I already beat that to death, but I'm not gonna go over it. The next we
Stop here.
see.
I know what you're saying, but this academy runs on American rules. It's just like these kids just went through hell.
Wait, not yet. They haven't, but they're about to. We see a character, a D-lister, Petra. She's talking to Soletta, saying, obviously you've been distracted, but I have made notes, and I'm gonna give you a hand for some reason, and
Yeah, no, like Lauda might be a turbo racist, but I acknowledge that you are the reason Sophie didn't kill us all.
Yeah, exactly. So so that kind of happens, and then we get a scene where Well and has finally reached space, and
Final frontier.
Shadik's in space, and Shadik's got his
harem.
His harem crew. There's 4 mobile suits here that he dispatches.
Hindra, I have one on my desk now. I love them.
Yeah. Against
the Hindra.
Yeah. So Shadik's got his 4 harem girls.
I just realized the more look at what they actually look like. They look like foot soldiers instead of really knights. You know what I mean? Like they don't have the money to be.
Yeah, against 4 veteran, hard trained soldiers in mobile suits.
I think it's the funniest thing because the line that the girls say is like, let's see if these grown men can show us a better time than the boys at the school. They get absolutely dumpstered.
Yeah,
it's because these are military men. They're not fucking around. They are aiming to kill.
Shadik's whole plan is, cool, we're heading out of military grade suits.
Yeah.
Which will give us an advantage, and then they get their asses kicked.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how good the gear is if you don't know how to use it.
The only reason he manages to put up a good fight against Ghoul is because Ghoul is pretty much constantly having to guard his cockpit now.
Yeah.
It's also because Shadik's weapons are not restricted, while the Garibaldi definitely is.
Yeah, the Garibaldi is restricted. The Garibaldi can't go for cockpit shots. Shadik can.
Yeah. So
while we're
still on
the Hindra, I have one to the mobile suit. Its feet are way too small. It falls over so easily because it has these tiny feet.
Oh, the feet again.
There is one thing I liked about this episode. It confirmed that the little bubble you see on a lot of the Grassley mobile suits, like you see it in this one right here. Yep.
Yes.
I've been wondering about that ever since I built the Michaelis.
Wait a minute. That must mean that they have like the freaking arrogance in their technology to say, hey, our cockpit's unprotected because you can't hit us.
Our cockpit's exposed. Yes,
I would believe
all the Grassley cockpits are exposed.
Well, it's all
given the amount of wired weapons they use, I'd believe that.
Yeah.
What did you say, babe?
Actually, that does make me think a little bit now about the Turn A because its cockpit's also exposed.
The Turn A goes down to a nut shot.
We don't talk about.
Yeah, the Turn A should be dead. No one cares about the Turn A.
So there's a battle that ensues. In the meantime, Captain Kananji, he goes to the school, and
You know, to say it's interesting that he's in a mobile suit. I thought the whole reason he wasn't in this whole thing anymore was he can't fit inside the cockpit anymore.
No, he was just promoted to pushing paper.
He was just lazy.
He got promoted to like.
No, he was promoted to a desk job, which in the military is basically death for a career because they don't want you to go any higher.
Yeah.
Your higher ups are scared of you.
It's a good thing that his reflex is so sharp.
Yeah. So he goes into the school. And I thought it was really weird because like he enters the school and there's like a bit of rumbling, and because of that like rumbling and interference, I guess the door opens like where the kids have been locked.
I'm pretty sure that Shadik or one of the girls says like, we don't have a need for these 3 anymore. Just let them go.
Oh, is that what I missed? I'm gonna miss that
I think there's a scene where Shadik is like, I don't need these, like, we don't. No, I think one of the girls actually asks him, like, Shadik, what am I supposed to do with the 3 people we have? And he's like, I don't give a fuck about them.
Okay,
just let them go.
Thank you for catching that. 'Cause I totally missed that. So the doors open, and we have Noria who escapes to her Gundam. It's a Gundam Thorn.
Yeah.
He also takes the fact
Gunvolas.
that they still have the oh my god, the revolvers here and the Gundams here and not somewhere else is just fucking insane.
It is because of Shadik.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is. It's insane, but also yes, it is because of Shadik. But it's still fucking insane.
The insane part is that there must have been a whole premise search by the front company after it happened, and there's no way that Shadiq moved the Thorn and the Gunvolas off-site and then back on-site. So either they somehow managed to bribe whoever searched that part to just ignore it, or the fucking front company the piss poor job of actually searching the school.
Alternatively, Shadiq headed the investigation.
I
True.
just
That's
don't
also
like it.
possible.
I just think it's just a cop out, but I accept it.
Everything about Shadiq has been a cop out. He's a terrible character.
So there they are.
He's a bad Char.
Noria is mad and she wants to get revenge, so she starts basically going on a blitz.
Yeah, no. You remember when Prof was like, "Go back to school. Has everything you need to fill your heart." She probably didn't mean beams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's mad and she wants to take it out on all the Spacians, so she starts shooting up the school. We see that there's
This is exactly what you wanted, Aya.
it's exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted and knew that was going to
exactly
happen.
what I wanted.
So the school's
It
getting
was a
shot
nice
up.
slow burn.
Kids are dying. We see Soletta and Petra trying to save the kids in the building, trying to carry them out. And while that's happening, we go back to the space fight. And it's interesting because we see, before I get into what Lotta hears here, in the previous episode, Lotta mentions that the Schwarzet is also on the ship, and he like questions why it's also here. And he's the only one that brings it up. And then finally, when Gwell and Shadiq are fighting, Shadiq kind of spills the beans that, like, you killed your father, and Lotta is like, oh shit, like my own brother killed our father. So how do you guys think he's gonna take this poorly, and what do you think he's gonna do about it?
Oh,
I don't
he's not
think
gonna
he's-
take this well at all.
He's not going to take this well at all.
He's not going to take it well, but at the same time, I don't think it'll be that much of a wedge between them because Lauda always valued Ghoul over his father.
I think
True.
it's going to become a problem between the two
Yeah.
if the show goes for 50 episodes.
Yeah.
However, if it's only like another, let's say we only get 25, which would be a massive cop out and a massive loss of sales and views, whatever. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger problem is going to be that Petra, like
Petra died.
Petra, we're already talking about it. So basically, Petra just dies, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
That's so far away
So-
from the panel I had. Like, geez, can you guys not wait? Oh my god.
And it's
Can I
basically
We're
gonna
talking
be like,
about Lotta
out for a
here,
couple
okay? I
weeks.
just asked you what was gonna happen with him.
We don't know. There's a lot of things you could do.
All right.
I mean,
So he
I
finds out his brother killed, their father, which is kind
You
of
know, I
weird
feel like
because
this
it's
is
not real.
very easy. This is very easy to explain, and yeah, I stole a terrorist. Well, one of the molesuits the terrorists were using. I was attacked by another mobile suit.
Yep.
And because of the communications blackout, I couldn't say, "Hey, I'm Gulja Turk. I'm trying to help you guys." I had to defend myself, and then the communications blackout ended it.
And
And
then
then I found out it was
"Yeah, I
Dad.
figured out this was dead."
And then Anime kicks you in the side of the head and says, "That's not how it works."
yeah, I will say, it's possible it could become a thing, but then again, this is Shadiq trying to pull a string, so I'm not sure if it's going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
but
it's
Shadiq
because
can
he
say it.
can like
Let me just
the only
say,
plan he's had that actually worked was let's kidnap my dad.
Hi, go ahead.
pretty much. The fight between Gwell and Shadiq, I'm not sure. I don't remember who on the Discord put out that Char's counterattack between Shadiq and
Yes.
Gwell. And I had just watched Char's counterattack, and I can see the obvious parallels between Shadiq being that version of Char, or he thinks he is.
I think
He thinks he's in a way, he thinks he's above it all.
Yeah,
he thinks
Yeah.
he's a savior. He thinks he's saving everybody, and he's talking like he's the be all and end all, and he knows all. And his motives, he's talking like he's wearing a white suit, and there's
He's
not a
talking-
single stain of blood on his hands.
He's naive.
He's talking
Well,
like he.
Far from that.
He's
He's
blonde and also a prince,
He's
quote unquote.
He's naive.
He's talking like he knows what's going to happen, that he's doing the right thing no matter what the cost, which is quite a few characters in the series, but you know.
But
I would not say the fight itself was counterattack, though, just because in counterattack proper, the new fucking tore through everything. The Sazabi barely put up a fight.
Yeah, the Sazabi got its ass handed to it, rightfully so.
Oh, yeah.
The fascinating thing about their discussion is that the Guel we see in the first few episodes, before he goes through his whole I get my ass beat, I kill my dad, I almost die, I see a child die in my arms, now I'm an adult because holy fuck, they put me through it, is being mirrored by Shadiq, who had it hard but got all the wrong lessons from it.
That's actually a good way of
we
looking
also we switch gears and we go back to Earth, and we see that Cecilia's like, well,
we'll go back to the school.
Yeah.
we're going back to school.
We're like, Cecilia's like, look, we have a new demi trainer. It's the demi barding. By the
like I said before, it looks a lot better than the demi trainer.
So I'll say this: I never expected Cecilia being from Burien House to ever be relevant, ever.
Yeah, but she said she is relevant. You're like, oh god, the couch bitch is relevant now. What?
My theory on why this thing shares traits that only exist on Choo Choo's custom is
because they took Choo Choo's custom as the base.
Yeah, no, they just looked at that and said, "Yeah, we'll steal these ideas. What are the Earthlings going to do? Sue us?"
Yeah, I mean,
now
basically. Yeah, and she's probably going to keep it.
Yeah, no, okay, can you present the original mechanic who designed your custom? Oh, she's missing?
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, Earthians.
Sucks to suck. But then we have, it's not configured properly, and the only one who could really do it is...
And then she's there.
Nika, and she's there.
And Choo Choo was who, just straight go for it and punch her in the face.
Yeah.
Go Choo Choo.
And it's like, don't do it, Choo Choo. Like, you need to get out there. And then Nika's like, I hope we can work together again. And Choo Choo's like, you'll have to tell me the full story so I can forgive you for all of it. I'm like, fucking cringe. Oh god, so
I mean, it is cringe. However, I do have to say that considering that Nika was quote unquote just trying to do good, it's like this is more acceptable.
In his mind, trying to do good.
Okay, but Nika didn't kill anybody.
Not directly.
Nika was just
not
You can say the same thing about Shadiq, to be honest.
Yeah, she didn't
say the same thing about almost all of these schemers in this show.
If it wasn't for her, there would be no terrorist attack. I'm just saying. So
okay, but that was more inaction on her part as opposed to deliberate action on Shadiq.
Yeah, if she had just reported that it was going to happen, the whole thing would have failed.
But she did
anyway.
Her inaction, she kept trying to
and
force them to back down, failing to realize they would kill her and dump her body in an alley.
Look, if she was put in front of a jury and they saw all the consequences of her actions and actions, she's hanged. Okay, end of story.
I'm okay with that.
I am too,
because there's definitely a theme going on in this show about paying the devil his due.
All the kids and people that are trying to think, they're trying to scheme, are gonna get their shit rocked, basically, and they're gonna have to deal with actual life hitting them in the smack face. Like those girls, like the little harem, who just realize what it is to actually fight real soldiers, and
we are out of our depth.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see. I wouldn't like to see Nika dead, but I'm not expecting her to live to the end of the series.
Yeah.
I was honestly expecting her to be dead before she reunited with the Earthians, but
the more I see it, I think she's gonna live. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would be perfectly on board with some of her relationships being unsalvageable from this.
We get back to Earth. I mean, back to space, and the conclusion of the fight between Ghoul and Shadiq. I don't know. Do you guys want to talk more about the combat about that episode? Or
I honestly think the fighting between the two was so good.
Yeah, it was
I-
really
I li-
good.
Yeah.
I do want to say
also-
something.
Sorry, Kai, go ahead.
Guel has had more time to quote unquote be a soldier
Yep.
and to fight for his life, while Shadiq has spent most of his life
Dueling.
obviously there's early days of his life were shit,
Yeah.
but for the most part, he was living cushy.
He was living with a
And then
silver
Guel-
spoon.
Yeah, no, and also he wanted to wait. He wanted to beat Ghoul into the ground. Because I'd like to point out one thing: Antidote was designed to win the drone wars, to take down unmanned units like the Darabalde's arms.
Yeah.
Shadiq never used it in this fight when he could have just used it and ended. But no, he wanted to win honorably. He wanted to beat Ghoul. He didn't, and it's like,
And it's
how
funny,
that
he
work out
wasn't
for you,
being
jackass?
honorably. He wasn't being honorable because his suit had the limiters disabled. The fucking
Exactly.
Guel's didn't. And
Yeah.
here's something funny I noticed in the fight: the fact that the cockpit of the Daribalde is so high, as high in the suit as it is why Guel survives. Because if his cockpit was in a more traditional, like in the center chest or in the kind of towards the stomach,
Noticing
he
that
would have
high
just gotten
cockpits-
blasted.
They should,
I will.
they should just do what the Char
tend to be a running theme in this series outside of stuff like the Demi Trainer.
they should just do it
Yeah.
the Char way and get his next mobile suit, put the cockpit in the head. Have a Sosby.
That's why Demi Trainers have such a large head for the inevitable upgrade.
I think.
But I thought this fight was really fun. Also because Shadiq is like, I can't win on my own. I need help, and then he still loses.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah,
that
no, Ghoul just fucking takes out his reinforcements in a second.
Well, yeah, because he knows a lot of what he's actually doing now that he's using the Durabalde. He's actually fighting like an actual soldier. But I was going to say that I actually really like the part where during the fight they literally saying, I will just take everything. And he's like, if you just take everything, then you're not actually gaining anything.
Oh,
You're not making stuff for yourself.
Shadiq is echoing Soleda's motto. He's like,
Yeah.
you have to move forward and shit. And I'm like, yes, that's my boy. He grew up.
No,
Yep.
but doesn't that mean what she's saying wrong? Because what he says is completely wrong. He's literally like, I'm just gonna take things, and he's like, if you just take things, like literally, Ghoul says to him, then you're actually gaining nothing because you're not building anything for yourself. You're not actually growing.
He's right.
That's true.
It is.
If you're just a thief, then that's all you are.
That's all you are. You're not like you're not moving
playing at being a hero.
Sorry?
He's a sack of shit playing at hero.
That's why his neck. That could be why his neck looks like a
everybody
knife.
hates him, but I understand him.
Like it could be that's why actually the Miklos looks like a knight because he's playing like a knight. He's playing knights and magic.
It's definitely why.
Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who I think
it's why it looks like it actually does bear a striking resemblance to the John.
So I think
which also sucks.
Still, Shadiq is still like steps ahead because even though he's captured, he had the plan B where, well, the Assembly League wouldn't act because of like Earthian losses, but now the fact that Spacians are dying in the school, they're gonna take notice and they're gonna actually have to do something.
It's not just that; it's also the fact that now the Bennett group has proven to be corrupt because suddenly one of the Pillar families has been working with Donna Fold.
True.
I think it's still incredibly naive because he has basically, if things go the way I think they go, he's removed himself as an active component, meaning he can't affect things anymore. Meaning his opponents are now free to deal with his actions and react without having to expect a counter reaction.
Maybe
because he's gonna be in prison.
Maybe
most likely.
Maybe we don't. It would be not good for the show if he was in prison. Or
I think he would. I think he won't be in prison. Like he probably will get out somehow.
Yeah.
However, the thing is that we do see that his dad gets caught, or them taking the dad away gets stopped by the front company. So Guel basically succeeds in getting the dad.
What if his dad's in on it too? What if his dad's part of the act?
I don't know.
I don't
That's the
believe
thing.
it.
We don't know
Be a
that.
bit of a stretch considering
I
their
will-
conversation a couple episodes
I did
ago.
find it. I did find it kind of interesting that his dad didn't disown him for this.
But how was he supposed to do that?
He didn't say like
saying,
"fuck you," you know.
Like, no, he still calls him his son.
Yeah. I think he kind of feels like a sense of like loss and disappointment
Pride.
in himself because and like sadness that his son is going through this.
And
This
he's not
is
just
bad.
going to say, "Well, I made a bad call. This kid's no longer my kid. He's just rather, oh God, my son, what the fuck did you do?"
Yeah. I think
This-
there's a bit of a
this
failure on
show-
his own part, right? Like he didn't see it.
This show
He
has
didn't.
so many
He picked the wrong kid.
He didn't pick the
shitty
wrong-
parents.
Oh my god.
This show has so many shitty parents.
Yes, that's another theme. Shit parents.
Adults in general, and there's not been a single one that's actually been helpful outside of like the space FBI.
In
Shit parents are a thing that's usual in Gundam.
Yeah, in the next scene.
Also, are we just gonna gloss over the part where one of them died?
In the next scene, we go back to the school and we see Elan 5 is in the and he's trying to stop Noria, and he's trying to like talk to her on her level and trying to like we can get away, and like your life doesn't have to be all about fighting and dying for this. We can, together we can get out of here, and whatever our life is, we'll search it together. And then
It's like trying to calm her down.
Boom, headshot.
And then one of my favorite scenes, just like boom, it's great, just like absolutely
my heart.
sniped.
I mean, I will be honest, this is a pretty usual scene in a Gundam series where someone, either love interest or someone they care about, usually the girl, gets shot down when they're trying to like calm them down.
Yeah.
Yep. No. Goodbye, Ford. Goodbye, Stella. Goodbye. Who was that girl from Age?
Goodbye, everybody.
Yola?
So it
Goodbye,
was just
the
like
girl from
it was sad to see because I was kind of hoping that they would just kind of escape, and I'm like, this is maybe the small win, for the people who are suffering from emotional damage.
Okay, but on the other hand, Noria probably has the biggest on-screen body count of the series.
That's true.
I will say that this does feel like Eline 5 is getting very big character development like well here. So
yeah. So he basically gets angry. He takes his new Gundam and he takes the Gundam Volvas with him and he escapes.
Well, no, he doesn't take the gun bulbs with him. He just sicks them on the guys who killed Noria and
he
leave.
sicks them on to distract them so he can leave. My bad. Yeah, you're right. And Petro's
It's not
like
even
dead.
distraction. That's probably just pure. Well, it's not even a distraction at that point. It's also just vengeance. He would not do this if he was thinking rationally.
Rip.
Yeah.
Rip.
Because he is he has shown how much his life matters to him.
Rip.
And also yes, yes, Petra's dead. Big whoop.
Yeah.
But no one cares.
Oh, wait! Are you telling me that people on Twitter are nobodies? How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, don't pretend like Petra had a fan base before she died.
No, neither did any of the any of these other bodies just standing here. I think the biggest loss of this kind of show is that like none of the D-listers died, which I was kind of like sad about. Like.
What are you talking about? Petra's corpse is right there.
No, I meant from the Earthian house, like the Earthian house.
Well, they're gonna die, just not right now.
So
yeah.
But we get.
But
I want to say
have a
before
theory.
we get into this because I got some things to pick about that. But
okay.
Silhouette's eyes, like the last time she saw a body go down was her mom shooting a soldier to protect her, so she could explain that away. Like, oh, that was my mom protecting people. It's okay to kill people if you're protecting people. But this time it's someone who was talking to her who had plans for getting out of this shit show, and then she just dies. It hits her differently. Death is not a fun thing. It's not a game. It's not good.
It's real. Yeah.
And as far as the concrete slab thing goes, that I doubt that's concrete.
Alternatively, she lived on fucking Mercury.
Yeah, which had was pretty destitute from what I understand.
It is entirely believable that she would have needed to be this strong.
Buff Tanuki, let's go.
And the reason they don't show it is just art style, like how in fucking Fate there's that scene where Arturo is going on about some men would find me unappealing due to my muscles that aren't drawn.
Lamau. I think this scene shows Soletta becoming her own person.
I agree.
Because she's being confronted with the thing, like the one thing that had ripped her completely out of it before, and then her mom had to do her whole "Mom is here, so it's all good. Here's your mantra. Now it's everything's fine." But now it's like there's nobody. Mjolnir isn't there to comfort her.
Yeah, she has to actually deal with these feelings on her own, which is good.
And her conclusion is moving forward and trying to help and save as many people as possible.
Yeah, no, like it's real good.
Yeah, she's lifting 800 pounds of concrete to find people. It's great.
I don't think that's 800 pounds.
No, it's
At
not.
most, probably 60.
Like I could probably lift a stone slab for that short time, you know? Like
I could, but that wouldn't amount. I was gonna say I could, but I would. But here's the thing: I actually went through sports, and actually I'm used to being the one to carry stuff, so I don't think that would equate to Stoletta.
And my job is me just going around picking up heavy objects. But that's not to say that a pilot who. Here's the thing: pilots have to be strong because the controls are actually so
really
stiff that a normal person who jumps into a cockpit cannot turn a joystick.
Yeah,
because if it was that easy, then we'd have a lot more stolen jet fighters.
Maybe, but it also takes a long time to learn how to pilot.
He was trained since childhood.
I mean, these
Listen,
kids.
stolen jet fighters and destroyed jet fighters are not mutually exclusive.
Before we move on, before we get on to the
best thing I could come up with,
the cool wall. Two questions. One is, what would you score this episode out of 10 bodies? And what, with each episode coming closer to the end, who do you think is going to be piloting the Schwarzat? I'll go with Kai first.
Let's see. These last two episodes, I give them 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Not the good character development on Sloetta's part, finally. And some nice intrigue, some nice good battle scenes. As far as who I think will pilot Schwarzat, I'm thinking either Guel. I don't know why Shadiq came to mind, but given how much shit he can get away with, it doesn't surprise me at this point.
School rule says that even in jail, I get the new Gundam.
Okay. Kai, thank you for that. Medic.
I'm gonna give it a 10. I like it. I feel like a lot of shit happened. It hit me emotionally. They legitimately managed to fake me out with maybe Noria might rise. And the suddenness of it, no shit, you can't stop and start talking in the middle of a battlefield. I enjoyed it. I think Soletta's going to pilot the Schwarzat because... Ghoul doesn't have a machine anymore. But no, I feel like she needs something for the final confrontation. And at this point, going by the model kit releases, it's either the Schwarzat or she's throwing her mind into a gun node.
Okay.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Wolf?
I'm actually going to give this a 10 out of 10 because so much is actually happening. For once, people are getting character development on all sides for the guys. Stoletta is actually getting character development. Things in the world are actually changing. There's destruction everywhere. There's some good fights. So yeah, I don't see a reason not to give it a 10 if there's good fights, good character development, and the world is actually moving forward.
Okay.
I could retroactively give mine a 10.
But yeah, and for what I want to pilot that new Gundam, Gwell, who's why, because one, he could also use a new one. Two, I feel like he's the one that deserves the Gundam the most. And three, still giving Scylla just a new Gundam. I feel like she's just gonna get a different version of like an Ariel or something.
Right.
Ooh, and I'd like to see her.
Just
pilot
get
a
her
Mercury.
other sister.
Oh God.
Oh,
Locus.
Okay, so I of course give these 2 episodes both a 10 out of 10. Just the entire second core has been fire. Like, I remember us talking about in the first one that we had to not give every episode a 10 out of 10 because we couldn't give every episode a 10 out of 10. But it's just been, there's been no low points or slow episodes for me where they weren't setting things up in a major way, or there weren't reveals that were major. So it's just a 10 out of 10. And regarding who's going to pilot the shore set, I think it's going to be Soletta, because the only other thing that would make sense for her to pilot, and everybody knows the protagonist getting back into the suit to beat Prospero's ass, would be that they somehow have another Ariel somewhere for some reason that we haven't heard about till now. So
Unless they really are just removing her.
I don't think so. She's been too central to all the episodes to just remove her. So I think she's going to get into the Schwarz set and beat Prospera's ass.
Yeah, I don't think they're pulling a Shinasuke again.
Or I'm just saying that mostly because it's the writer that made Code Geass, so I'm like, maybe they might. But honestly, they're going to give her something else. I don't know if it's going to be a Gundam, but I just hope it's not that Gundam.
I think
feel like we would have seen it in the book as an announced Gundam. On the other hand,
maybe, or for
there's still one suit they haven't announced, so who knows? However,
I've been assuming that's going to be the gun node.
Yeah.
We just don't really know.
Here is why Soletta has to pilot something. Soletta is determined to save Mjolnir somehow, to get Mjolnir out of the whole thing, to help her. This was one of the important scenes we didn't really cover, where it was like the whole Earth House, they were watching the news, and Soletta was like, now I finally understand. You were trying to protect me and I had it wrong the entire time. Now, I have to come and protect you. So
I thought you were saying that about Ariel.
No, she was saying that about Mjolnir, not about, or maybe both of them. I'm not sure, but I think Soletta is definitely going to be piloting something and trying to save Mjolnir or stop her mom or something like that.
Soletta goes out there in a demi trainer.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I always do like it when the main characters actually just jump into grunt suits.
I also think it would make sense for her to get the shore set, because she's the only person, of course we can debate is that because of Ariel or not, who's piloted a gun technology mobile suit without getting fried by it. Now we don't know if that's because it's Ariel or not, we assume that. And we'll probably just give her the mobile suit.
The only reason why I don't think Soletta's gonna pilot the Schwarzette is because Bandai did like a little thing where there's gonna be like a new Ariel or a new suit, and I believe that's what.
I also don't believe it. I also don't believe that she's going to do it, mostly because the thing looks a lot like the Durabalde, which I mean, it's basically the Durabalde Gundam, which
And
I mean, that's all
did get messed up,
which is
pretty
freaking
bad.
cool.
Yeah, which is why I think it's gonna be Gule.
That also goes against it is that what's the black-haired witch's name again?
Noria?
Bell?
Noria, not Noria. No, the doctor who's the
Winston, Dr. Winston?
Yeah,
Mario
Winston
Winston
says there's something at Plant Quetta that is central to Quiet Zero, and it sounds like it's something that's removable. So perhaps there's just a whole nother Ariel park there, and they're like, okay, we need somebody to stop yeah, or something like that, and they're just like, okay, we need somebody to stop Prospera. Take Soletta, put her in the mobile suit, go child, kill that woman.
It's the Devil Gundam.
Devil Gundam. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
I've acquired the power to stop you, Mom, with the help of Kyoji.
I mean,
It turns out he's actually really good at psychoanalysis. Really helped me through some shit.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the last segment of our show, and it's of course our favorite segment. And I picked 2 mobile suits from a series that we didn't really have any mobile suits from. It's from Gundam X, and
don't even know what that is.
You don't know
Gundam X.
It's the one that came after Wing, but before Turn A.
I lied. It's not.
I didn't watch either of those yet.
I lied. It's not Gundam X. I lied. It's Turn A Gundam.
Turn
A.
So
talk to on the screen and say it's a bajar.
let's see if I can.
Oh no!
There we go.
This is bad.
Oh, good. You put the Doctress where it belongs.
Why is it not popping up for me? Hold on a second.
Because I looked at it after I was told it was on the cool wall. The Doctress sucks.
There we go.
Oh,
the design is a little weird, but I think it's
do you guys see
oh my god, it's that wacky thing.
that thing?
No.
It is the
ATST.
I'm gonna vomit.
It is indeed the Woodham.
I hate it when I saw it in Re-Rise, and I hate it already.
Okay, so the one thing about the version of Re-Rise, it's like half the size of the actual thing.
Lotus, are you sure you're a Gundam fan? I think I need to take your Gundam card away. I'm sorry. I think I need to just take this away. I think I need to just take this away. Yeah, I think I need to just burn this and shred it.
Honestly, underrated.
I think I'm just gonna take your Gundam card. Yeah, sorry, your Gundam card's been revoked.
It's so cool. Look, it's not like I love it because it looks cool. I love it because it's so fucking goofy. Like,
it's a lanky, weird motherfucker that's basically just a walking command center.
It looks like something like it would be a fucking rock lore. Like it's gonna transform into a sphere.
It looks like an ATST wannabe.
Put it on the screen.
I'm putting it in cool.
I'm putting in.
I just thought because we've seen a lot of kind of relatively normal looking suits. I thought we go to the box here, and I
appreciate
we go to the literal box.
Yeah, because Turn A has some very interesting designs.
Like
none of them good.
Word.
Fuck off. The Turn X is amazing.
So
I like the Turn X.
So I'm gonna start with Wolf here. Where are we putting this
Seriously
monstrosity?
Not cool. It looks like a fake transformer.
Love it so
Doesn't
much.
it look like a droid from Star Wars that you would tap the
top? It looks like a pit droid.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like it looks like those knockoff Transformers that you find at a store like a GoBots or whatever.
You take that back. GoBots came first.
So, okay.
And GoBots was bought out by Hasbro.
Wolf, where's it
anyway.
Wolf, where's it going?
It's going seriously not cool.
Okay, Kai, where's it going?
Okay.
So many haters.
So I know what I said. But I like the ATST.
Yeah.
I like Star Wars. It looks like a Gurwalk from Macross.
Okay.
And as far as engineering, it's different. I forget how big the thing is. I
don't think this thing could walk.
That's
though.
what you say.
As I'm slowly reaching for Kai's Gundam fan
that's
card.
What you say when a girl asks, do you think I'm hot? And you're like, I like your personality.
That's exactly what I just thought about. I was like,
no, a girl asks you if you're hot, and you tell them, I like your engineering. Your legs, they go. They have nice joints.
Oh god!
Like look at this articulation.
Sorry, Kai, go ahead.
I gotta say, not cool.
Okay.
It's just because the human that I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it if it didn't have the normal freaking mobile suit grabby arms.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
Lotus,
what
are you
breaks it for
okay?
me.
Okay.
If it
I'm gonna
had like
okay.
claw manipulators or something that looked less human,
Yeah.
I probably would have been fine with it. It might have gotten cool. But no.
So
not cool.
okay,
It's not
so
cool.
so far we
Again,
have.
I feel like we need to acknowledge this thing's as tall as the Psycho Gundam.
So
Wait,
far,
what?
so far we have two people
Okay.
who are racist. Anyways, let's go with Medic.
What?
Okay, first off, everyone's been glossing over the fact that this thing's 40 feet tall.
This thing's as big as the fucking Psycho Gundam?
I just said that,
Yeah,
yes.
it's huge.
I forgot.
No,
it's
I'm
that
just
big.
I'm just trying to comprehend that.
This is something designed to just tear through a city. This is something designed to walk over a forest.
Can we put it
It
like
hops.
do we make a news session after like not seriously not cool and just put it there? Like dear God.
This thing actually does hop, by the way.
Lamau.
It hops.
It's a fucking grasshopper Psycho Gundam.
I love him.
I'm putting it
Okay.
in cool. I like
Okay,
the non-standard design.
cool.
I like how weird it is.
I need
and
to actually watch Turn A.
Not everything to be humanoid, but you know, Turn A
All
has a
I
lot of
remember-
gems just because it was most of them were designed by someone who had no concept of what a mobile suit should
Yeah.
look like.
You guys don't see it hopping.
Okay.
Yes, I want to choke that
should-
man out.
I should watch. Turn
Listen,
A
you can
so I
choke him
have a
out for the
better
mustache, but
opinion.
that's about it.
Okay.
My only exposure to this thing was in Versus, and I hated fighting this thing.
Okay. Locus.
Okay, so like I love him, but I hate him. Like this is a goofy motherfucker. Like I just look at it. It makes me laugh. I think it's really like it's like a to give a 5-year-old child a bunch of plastic toys and watch him just smash them together, and suddenly you have this weird thing. Then knowing that it's supposedly as tall as a Psycho Gundam, it's just like, who came up with this? Why did you make this? I love it, but I hate it. So it's like I can't put it in seriously not cool because it's too funny, but it's not cool. I don't know.
It has.
Usually I put goofy designs at Sub-Zero, but this one is just.
I just want to point out, guys, before you you actually confirm your position. It's basically in the permanent. What's that like stance like the Europeans do when they pose for like an album?
I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Like the squat. This suit is a permanent squat.
It's in the Gopnik pose.
Yes, the Gopnik.
Yeah,
yes.
I was questioning earlier. I don't think this thing can actually walk.
Yeah. So this is the. I'm just as a point. I'm just saying it's the permanent.
Okay,
pose.
that puts it back into not cool for me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the version May ran and Re-Rise.
Yep.
That one completely redid the legs.
So
Yeah,
it can
but it
only
doesn't
hop into the air like a fucking grasshopper.
Yeah, no, that actually puts it not cool for me just because I like its design, but I also would like it to be effective.
I think this thing is so unique and so cool that
I'm gonna put it in Sub-Zero.
it's going where it belongs.
And,
I'm not going to
not
protest
cool,
that.
right?
Sure, this one this hard.
Seriously not cool, right?
And not
No,
cool,
it's
right?
it's gonna go in the not cool, but it's cooler than the gun tank.
No, it's not.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
There you go.
The gun tank is useful.
No, the fuck it is. And what series did you watch? The gun
Oh,
tank
wait a
was the
minute,
first
that's
one
right,
down in
it
any
sucks.
fight.
The gun cannon is actually useful.
The gun cannon, yes. The gun tank,
The gun
No.
tank is just a tank.
Okay, what are we? What
Okay.
other monstrosity are we looking
The
at?
last mystery suit we have here is the G838 Mahiro.
Oh, this
My baby, give him to me. I love him.
Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. What the fuck does the big arm do?
nothing as far as I know.
It's like
a
It's
shield.
like a shield.
That's all it is. It's a shield.
And he shoots grenades.
Yeah.
It is round, Zaku.
Look at that. Look at the back. Look at those shoulders. Look at those lats. You guys see the lats on this
he's
thing?
fucking ripped.
It's ripped.
I just noticed the tiny ass hand.
I always
Oh my
hate
God, what the hell?
like something that's too circular in terms of mobile suits.
Oh, look at its.
What do you have against Bow Rock?
It has. I just want to point out it has the Spartan hoorah mouth at all times open. It's always
What?
It's always
love him.
raging. Look at it. Look at its face.
It's always angry.
It's always raging.
Oh, it has a mobile trace system.
It does.
Oh, that's its head?
Huh.
Yeah.
It looks like a freaking what's those discs called?
Right there. Right.
Laser disc. It looks like a fucking laser disc is stuck on its head.
Apparently, the cockpit's in the pelvis.
That's not that surprising to me, considering the
turning,
one who
never mind.
created this. It's turning.
All right, we're gonna start with Locust here because, yeah. Where's it going?
This is Sub-Zero. I love him. I love rounder designs, especially because I keep having to debate one of my friends whether modern Gundam is bad because all the designs are the same, and I'm just like, look at what we have in our roster.
Yeah, I think I need to take away that Gundam card of yours for those liking rounded designs.
Well,
yeah,
I
love
think
rounded
I'm giving
designs.
him another one.
I'm sorry, your Gundam card is now being denied. I'm
You
sorry.
don't have that
You
privilege.
can't
I'm
deny his
sorry.
Gundam card because you
I've
see
been a
I'm
Gundam.
in the dueling council.
You want the truth about this mobile suit? You can't handle the truth about this mobile suit.
Gunpla is freedom.
And I
I'm
think
sorry, your
I don't know,
card's
I
being removed.
I just love
Okay.
I just like I said, I am a big fan of wacky asymmetrical designs. I love I love it in the video game. What is it called again? The one that everybody
Gundam Evolution.
Yeah, in Evolution it's really OP if you're good at it.
Yep.
So I'm a big
Everything's
fan.
OP if you're good at it,
Yeah.
All right, so Sub-Zero it is. Okay, perfect.
except the unicorn. That was just OP regardless.
Everyone agrees. It is in Sub-Zero. Nice.
No.
Well, everyone,
no.
that's
I didn't
our
say nothing.
Oh,
seriously
Oh,
not
what?
cool.
Wrap up.
okay. Let's
didn't say
let's
nothing.
hear what Medic has to say about this.
I like the roundness. I'd put it in cool just because I appreciate its design, but I don't think it's on par with some of the other stuff in Sub-Zero.
Okay.
It's not even close to being on par with the ball.
We'll go with Kai.
Like, I'll put it on the line. It's around a Z Zulu.
All right, Kai.
I like
Well, he's
asymmetrical
hopping.
designs. It actually just looks like a lot of my Bionicle mocks when I was a kid.
Behold, Kitongu!
Wait, so is that like a negative thing?
No, it's a positive. I was proud of those things.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It's Kitongu. I'm gonna put a picture in the chat.
Oh my god! Yes, it looks like Kitangu. Oh my god, that actually makes it better for me. Oh no. Oh. On the line between not cool and cool, mostly because again, I have nothing on Turn A for grunts or anything other than the Gundam, and I can or the Turn X. So this thing on the line, cool, not cool.
Okay.
Okay, I put Kitongu in the chat. The resemblance is uncanny.
All right, Wolf.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that in a second.
Wolf.
You know where it's going. Seriously, not cool.
Wow.
Seriously.
Racist.
Oof.
Oh.
That design is just blah. I don't like that it has a laser disc head. The shield actually looks fine to me if it wasn't on such a round body, but
What if we
everything's just
partied
so
inside
round.
What if we
If the
partied
head
inside
was
the laser
more-
disc head?
What?
What if we partied inside the laser disc head?
What if we blew it up and replaced it with something that looks actually good?
Not a GM head.
It's perfect.
So it's funny because we went from like Sub-Zero to like kind of cool to like not cool to seriously not cool.
Seriously not cool. We have it all.
I hate most of Turn A's designs.
I'm gonna put it in the not cool.
I honestly love almost all the Turn A designs I've seen. They're so goofy and funny, and I love them.
That is why your Gundam card is being revoked. I'm sorry, Lotus. It
And that's
cannot
why
be this
I'm
sort of thing.
reinstating it because we don't gatekeep
Well,
here.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
we don't
sorry.
get it.
I'm sorry, but I'm burning the card, so you can't reinstate it.
Oh.
Well, the joke's on you. I have a
Right, we will.
printer.
I just want to point
I
out that
am a digital being.
there's a lot of suits that are cooler than the gun tank. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Actually, no.
Yeah. I'll acknowledge that the gun tank's weird and wacky, but that's about it. It's not good in a fight.
Yeah, look at all the suits that are way better, that are way cooler.
Oh, hey, look at that
I think
gym
the Z
that
Zulu's
Sub-Zero.
worse, but
I'm not
apparently
gatekeeping
you
here.
all disagree with me.
Well,
The Z Zulu. Wait, I don't remember. Where did we put that?
It's on the line between cool and Sub-Zero. I don't know why we put it there.
I think we put. I don't know why the Z Zulu is even on here.
I love the Z Zulu.
yeah,
The Z
Why is
Zulu
because we
looks-
love it.
here?
The gun
Uh,
tank's
why
on
does
here because it's classic and good.
everybody,
Okay, but it's not a grunt. There's only one.
see everyone.
Well, actually, no. There's the mass production
Look,
of the
everyone-
gun tank.
That's
here-
not the mass production.
Look, everyone here is a happy family. This is a concise and collective agreement of the wall.
I'm going to burn this house down.
As as the Cartoon Network of the Bugs Bunny's era always says, that's all, folks.